Noonish, 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 noonish. J.A. he was major league, playing around with them bats. Aunt Kia OG, making plays on the track. Sports and technology, we mix it in with facts. Catch him every Wednesday to like double tap. Lot of interviews with ballers and the winners. Yeah, Jay on Notre Dame, all winner.
What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? Good people. Yes, sir. We back in the building for another beautiful show this week. Extremely excited about what's about to take place. So much going on. Got on the merch, doing the thing, you know. Hey, we got the Noonish gear out here, man. Y'all can go to the website, either to the YouTube page to catch the merch. You can go to www.thengroupinternational.com. And we have several colors. In the long sleeves, short sleeves, halter tops for the ladies. Got the hoodies, man. Got the ball caps. What you need, we got it. We got it, man. But so much to talk about today, so let's get to it. If you don't know, man, I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, here with my uncle, Ronald Boulware. That's my real uncle, y'all. My mama last name was Boulware before she got married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's
They
going
don't
down?
understand.
What's good, huh?
Hey, man, everything good. And I just want everybody to know that I'm just going to speak about the facts.
Hey, that's it. That's it.
That go for everybody.
Everybody. Yeah, man. Hey, you know, it's straw hat season now, huh? Yeah. I see you popped out the straw. You been wearing the straws, though, huh?
Well, about a couple of weeks.
Okay.
But it's been going back and forth in the weather.
Yeah.
But, the first day of spring was a couple weeks back.
Oh, yeah. So
I switched to the straw.
So did you have to, put a felt on when it got a little chilly outside?
Sunday,
yeah,
it was a little chilly. I didn't put a felt, but I do have some cloth.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't go straw.
Yeah.
Or felt. I went cloth. Not me.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
Hit that hybrid hat.
Yeah, hybrid. So,
yes,
so you can wear the cloth in the winter or summer. Mm-hmm. So I just went with the cloth.
Ooh, we got that hen dog. Hey, Hennessy. If y'all want to sponsor a show, man, this is the show for you. But with that being said, speaking of sponsors, let's talk to the first lady of F1, Missy. Wow, what's going down, girl?
Evening. No, I was going to say good evening, gentlemen. Good afternoon, boys. How are we feeling? Not good evening. What am I thinking about? Have I been drinking?
You been drinking?
Something must be in my green tea. No, good afternoon. How are we feeling?
We're good.
Feeling great. How are you?
Why did you say, speaking of sponsors, why we're going to talk to the first? Am I the sponsor? Am I a sponsored?
No, because, F1, those cars are sponsored up.
Oh, I was like, hey, should we get the F1 segment sponsored by Hennessy? You know what? Hey. LVMH owns Hennessy.
Let's do it.
They should sponsor us, actually, because they're a Formula One sponsor.
Let's do it.
Let me make some calls. Let me text Lewis Hamilton really fast, see if he's got any
text Sir Lou, man.
Any
tell him to quit tripping. Tell him to give us
but you guys could do is ask your new friend Shaq. I could not believe that you got a comment from Shaq.
I mean, we should be getting comments from everybody is how I feel about it. Shaq was just the first real one to say something.
Well,
I screamed when I saw that. Tell me about how it felt. What did you think when when that comment or notification did you even see it when it happened?
I saw it 5 days later. I saw it 5 days after he originally commented, right? So I wasn't paying attention to it, And when I saw it, I was like, holy cow. I was like, Shaq said something, Yeah.
How did you feel? Because that was you were the main point of that video. So
hey, well, it's like this. See why? Everything Shaq said, I already know.
Yeah.
Except for one thing he said.
The fanboy?
The fanboy. And we're not going to throw insults or anything like that back and forth with Shaq.
No.
Because it'll get too ugly.
But, I mean, that's expected from Shaq, though, and I appreciate it. That's if Shaq calls you something, that's almost like a compliment.
But
as long as it's not disrespectful.
Well, not to me, because I don't care what Shaq say.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm saying a compliment from Shaq. Is all I'm saying.
Just a compliment from Shaq to other people, but to Uncle don't mean nothing. I'm being real.
But you know how we rank on it. You know, when you score on your boys, like that means you take, you know.
And this is the thing. See why? You know, he called me a fanboy, but he didn't call me a lie. Because what I said was true.
True.
Absolutely.
And there was
there's no arguing anything that was said. It's factual, you know. And during the show, we talked about, hey, Shaq was dominant during the period, but his quote says he's the most dominant ever.
And there's no proof of that.
Exactly. And that's what we were pointing out. That's it. But
Shaq,
you got to be blind. You got to be blind to think or to not believe Dak was dominant at some point in his career. Yeah, he dominated the league for
But
for
say
some years.
the most dominant ever. You know, they throw that word around way too much now. Best ever, most this ever, most that. Just say you dominated when you did and leave it alone.
Yeah, that's it. I was dominant.
Yeah, I was dominant. Yeah,
absolutely. You
can't say he wasn't dominant.
Most ever?
Yeah.
Akeem didn't look. I don't think Akeem thinks that. I don't think Rich Schmidt and a few other people. You know. But.
Maybe we should ask Greeny to put it in his, to address it in his book to talk about. This is a good debate, so I feel like it's a good one for him to jump in on. But no, when I saw that, I was stunned.
Oh yeah, but I just saw Magic on YouTube saying that Kareem is the most dominant player ever, and ain't nobody dominated LA like Kareem. So that's that was after Shaq said what he said.
Yeah.
So you know it's all about opinion, and this is the real truth. Everybody is better in their mind than they are for real.
Yeah.
Everybody. Every single person is better in their own mind than they are for real.
Yeah. That is true. One thing about Shaq, he doesn't have imposter syndrome, right? Everyone always talks about like, oh, I don't know if I'm that good. Not Shaq. Yeah. Not Shaq. Shaq's like, no, I'm the best ever. No, I have a confession though. I cannot stop saying, any more questions, fanboys? That's what I've been saying on the phone. I finished a meeting the other day and I was like, guys, you got any more questions, fanboys? And they were like, huh? And I was like, don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
Hey, I have no questions because this is the thing. I know all about Shaq.
Yeah.
I know all about Shaq.
Oh yeah. And that, I think he appreciated what we, any publicity is good publicity, right? As long as we're not being disrespectful.
I'll take it.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
I'll take it. I can't believe it took you so long to see it though, because I feel like something like that, like it got a lot of reactions. But I mean, that's the coolest part about social media. Like that came up on his feed somehow, or people sent it to him. That means it's like circulating in the right places. You're getting the right interactions, and like that's how shit pops off. Like,
and it's still growing. And we had what 255,000 views on Facebook before it was like 30 days before I saw that one.
That's wild.
So
that's wild. We need to get you some help to look at all of your notifications, because damn, that's massive. But no, congrats to you guys. And I want a shirt that says "Any more questions, fanboys?" That's what my merch shirt's gonna say. Please.
We'll make that design. We got you. We got you, and we'll put a little quotation, put a little hyphen and Shaq right underneath it. We'll quote his quote to us. But.
Well, speaking of fanboys, if you don't mind if I jump into Formula One, I got into some tips over the weekend with the fanboys of Formula One. We know that they're opinionated, right? They feel like they know everything there is to know about F1. I never claim to know the most about F1. There's many people who know more than I do, but I do feel like an educated fan. I also feel like I've been watching it for almost a decade now. Well, some people might say, well, I've been watching it, whatever, fine. When you were 5 years old, great. But I've been watching it as an adult. And the tiff that I got in this weekend was I called this Japan race that just happened. Like, I questioned, like, is this the new Monaco? Because it was one of the most boring races I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, my gosh. You don't expect that out of Japan. You don't expect anything boring coming out of Japan.
Well, there was so much leading up to it, so there was a lot of hype in my head. Like, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of activity, but I don't remember it being so boring. And Monaco is like a huge race on the calendar for F1. It's a famous track, right? And like has a lot of history. But historically, overtakes are really hard. the streets are small, but the cars are getting bigger. So overtaking and passing another car in those streets is both dangerous and sometimes impossible because it's so narrow. You don't want to take out yourself or another car because you could damage your vehicle on the wall or hitting another vehicle.
That's pointless for a race.
So really that's why in Monaco the ground, like the qualifying grid is so important, because you want to qualify really well. The leader of, on whoever's on pole position likely wins in Monaco unless there's an issue or a crash or I don't know, a pit stop mistake. So I did not expect Japan to have basically the way they started the race is the way they finished it. There were no safety cars. So not at any point did the cars slow down and kind of track up together or back up together. There were no accidents and there were no early retirements. So everyone finished the race in the way, not exactly, but almost.
That's wild.
And so I commented in a couple places of like, snooze fest. Not only was it at midnight, but I was like, this is boring. I'm not even interested. I took a nap, woke up, everyone was in the same positions. And
it's more like a parade than a race.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well have been the driver's parade. Yeah. And the fans came for me and they were like, well, fake fan. She just watches Drive to Survive, thinks she's no. And I'm like, gentlemen. Okay. Yeah. So then, so I make this statement. Max wins, blah. Okay, cool, whatever. It was actually interesting to see him have a good qualifying run and then to win the race. My predictions way fucking far off. I was so far off on what I expected to happen to Japan because the rain dried out. Like it was actually a dry track. There was a little bit of spray and some sitting water, but not anything that would cause, any big issues. And so I was really far off on what I was thinking was going to happen. But the race itself, again, started off well and finished basically the same way it started. So I just felt like, it was kind of boring. Not that I ever want to see accidents. I never want a driver to be.
Yeah, but you want to see somebody taking risks to pass somebody.
But can I get an overtake? Can I see any movement? Yeah. Like, it was so boring. So then after the drivers gave their, they do these post-race interviews, and literally verbatim, I think Carlos is the one who was like, is Japan the new Monaco? And some others were like, I wish I brought a pillow. That was so boring. Or most boring race in my life. So I reshared that and I put a comment on. I was like, any more questions, fanboys? Because
point made. Don't you dare question the first lady, man. What's wrong with y'all?
Don't question me. And if the drivers themselves are like saying the same thing, and I'm like, I think I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Okay? I think I know what I'm talking about.
You
but
fanboys.
Yeah. Any more questions, fanboys? It's my new tagline, actually. I think it'll be my first tattoo. What are your thoughts?
That'd be nice.
In quotes from Shaq. But no, the race was absolutely boring. But may I share my favorite part of the race?
Yes, please do.
Our little friend, remember our young friend Kimi Antonelli? He drives for Mercedes now. He's 18 years old. He, due to like the way the leaders of the race decided to pit, Kimi Antonelli led the race for several laps and broke the record for the youngest driver ever in Formula One history to lead a Formula One race. That's incredible. He beat Max Verstappen. I think it's like by a couple of weeks. Their birthdays are, X amount of days off. But he became the youngest driver and he's been doing so well. I called him out as one of my favorite rookies. He's been fun to follow. And I think Toto Wolff is probably like super stoked about this decision to bring him on because both Russell and Kimi have been wildly consistent. That's and awesome. I think they are really showing out. They've outperformed Ferrari in some instances. And so I think that Kimi's got a good shot of becoming kind of the next big thing in Formula One over the next few years.
Yeah. Trip to Ghost. What's going down? Let's go.
Is Trip here?
Let's drop Trip into his
Let's drop that.
He said no notifications, but I remembered. Thank God, Trip. Thank God.
I don't know what's up with the notifications, man. I've talked to YouTube. I got a conversation with them coming up, so I'm gonna bring that up again.
How do we get Trip on the show? Where's Trip live? Is Trip should come hang out with us one day.
Trip is up near Lubbock. Near the Lubbock area. Yeah, man. Okay. Good dude right there. Hey, that's the producer. That's the producer. Super producer. Trip the Ghost. Produced that good beat for us over here on the good Noonish. Sports and Tag. Let's go.
It's always good to have Trip in the house.
Always, man. I feel like
we feel like a show
right
without
now.
him,
I'm telling you, man.
Like,
But,
if nobody's watching but Trip's watching, I'm like, thank God, because that's all that really matters to me.
hey, you know we're gonna have solid audio video for damn show and some great feedback. You know?
Trip will tell us when we're dropping the ball.
Trip said he's coming to Dallas soon. Hey, let us know when you come to the D, bro. You know? We can kick
Trip,
it.
you want to go to a Rangers game? I'm trying to get some people to go out to a Rangers game. You like baseball, Trip?
Hey, I told you I'm down for the cause, CY. You know?
Okay,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
do a
Squares
noonish
back.
gathering in my merch. In my
Mhm.
merch. But
Let's go.
anywho's yeah, no, I got into some fights over the weekend.
Yep.
But I was right. I was right.
Hey, when are you not, First Lady? And
well,
even if you're wrong, you're still right, First Lady. Let's go. Put some
Honestly,
respect
I
on your name.
wasn't right in all of my predictions. However, I did suspect that Max would tussle a bit. Lando and Oscar did quite well. I do see a lot of the success that came off of Japan translating into Bahrain.
Yeah.
Now there was a lot of hype around Yuki. They made the switch between him and Liam Lawson. He didn't do as well as people. I want to say as expected, because I don't think I expected him to like pop off and get some crazy like top 5 finish. But there's a lot of talk about like the Red Bull second seat curse, if you will. So like Checo really never got the same type of love Max did. His other, partners typically haven't. And people just say like, hey, I don't know if Yuki's going to get the attention that he deserves in that car, or like the same type of performance that you might see from Max. But we certainly didn't see it in Japan, but they've got plenty more races on the track or on the calendar before season ends. So I think it'll just take some getting used to. He hasn't had nearly the amount of time in that Red Bull as any of the other drivers in terms of practice and track time. So
Didn't he drove for RB, didn't he, before coming up to Red Bull? Yeah.
So they did their little switch. They're sister teams, but I think there's some large similarities, which is helpful because they're kind of in the same family, but it's still a different car. It's still a different pit crew. It's, the whole thing's different. So
clearly Max's vehicle is tuned way better than the second vehicle. I don't even think they're trying to make them things the same. That's
what they talk about a lot. Like, is the second seat at Red Bull always going to be the second seat? Yeah. Because no one can they'll never put anybody ahead of Max.
They won't allow it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We saw how Sergio Perez ended, so they didn't even wish that guy goodbye. They were like, "We're done." Like,
we out.
He's out of here. So the Liam and Yuki switch, I think, was not a surprise, but I am eager to see Yuki score some points. I don't know. There's a couple drivers that I just feel like it's their time to shine. I'm not all about like, well, it's bound to happen, because so many things play into a success in Formula One. But a driver like Pierre Gasly or Alonso, like, these guys have been working hard. They've been consistent. Pierre had like the least amount of damage on his car last year, like cost his team the least amount of money compared to everyone else.
That's great.
And he hasn't gotten like that win and that showcase moment in a few seasons. So I don't know. I'm excited for Bahrain. Is okay, but geography quiz, everyone. Does anybody know where Bahrain is on a map?
Middle East.
Okay. Do you have any like idea what it's near?
Dubai.
Because I had to look it up. I was like, where is Bahrain?
Yeah. It's near Dubai, right? Like
like there's like Saudi Arabia's here. I don't know if you can see my hands. My mom always tells me I use my hands too much. There's Saudi Arabia over here, there's Qatar over here, and then there's like island of Bahrain in the middle. A very interesting place. Have you ever I've never traveled really to the Middle East. Have you?
I have not, but I do have a white gold necklace. I got a white gold necklace from Bahrain.
Similar.
Yep.
Similar energy.
I had a young lady in the Navy that is the mother of my son, bought it for me back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, while she was in Bahrain.
You've basically been there. Basically been there.
She rode a camel, I know that much. And
that counts for something. What about you, Unc? You ever traveled to the Middle East at all?
No. I've been a lot of places, but the Middle East. The Far East, but not the Middle East.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Me neither.
I do want to go to Dubai, though.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something with me. Like, I always think about these guys when they're on the road so much. Like, they take some pretty freaking long flights. I just do not want to sit on a flight for 12 plus hours.
I wouldn't mind seeing one of those planes that they take those long flights on, because they're very different than our planes.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, or, the
not a Southwest flight.
Yeah. No, they got beds, and some of them are 2 stories. Like, I've never seen that. I want to see that.
Yeah, that's wild. It also freaks me out just a little bit, like how is such a big structure flying through the air? But
Well, the
so
Air
long.
Force got the C5. I think the C5 is like, I don't want to exaggerate, but I think it's about 10 stories.
What?
They got 3 levels. They got 3-4 levels on it. Because you can drive trucks under the bottom. Then on the second level, you can sit and relax. And then the pilots are up on another level.
What?
Yeah, that thing is huge.
see, that freaks me out. That scares me.
That's way too big for the air.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I like physics, but sometimes I know too much, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to think about it too much.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Kind of like the Tesla truck, how it's so big and so fast.
This is a thing about it. When you're flying on it, you fly so long till another plane pull on the side
and gasses you up.
And you keep going.
See,
that's never happened to a plane that I've been on, but that shit, that's also scary.
Oh man, like usually when I take a plane flight, like or if I said plane flight as if I'm flying in something else. It could be a hot air balloon, I guess. But usually when I'm in a plane, like I'm trying to sleep the whole flight. I don't.
Yeah, same.
I like to be on land. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very risk adverse person when it comes to adrenaline rushes and shit like that. So
same.
I
want to take a snooze. Well, Well, maybe one day. Maybe when Hennessy sponsors our trip to Bahrain, we will be ready. We'll be ready to go. I'll take a free flight. That's fine.
Oh, I will
Performance enhancing drink, PED toast right here. Thank you, Hennessy.
Well, I'm excited for Bahrain. They are coming quickly off of this Japanese Grand Prix. I expect to see McLaren continue their run. They're on one dominance. For sure. I think Max is going to be very pleased to have taken home so many points from the last race with a win. So I'm expecting those guys to remain consistent. I have no idea what's going to happen with Yuki, but I'm holding out my hope for Ferrari. I think they're going to figure it out. I think they're coming off that double disqualification from the race prior to Japan, and that can't feel good. So head into Bahrain. Lewis has won 5 races, at least 5 races at this track, so he's familiar with it. It's a fast track. It's a rough track. Tire strategy is going to be important here. There's a point where they take, I think their first turn is like at 200 miles an hour. Like there's a crazy, or the lead up to that first turn is very fast. And then do you guys remember the DRS systems, the drag reduction systems?
Yep.
Those are very important here especially for overtaking, which we didn't see a lot of in Japan. So I'm interested to see how that all plays out in Bahrain. But I'm holding out hope that we'll get a Ferrari podium. But I'm definitely expecting to see McLaren and Red Bull, and I'm likely expecting another Mercedes podium appearance.
That's what I was thinking
probably from George Russell. So let's my official prediction is we'll get likely at least one of the cars from McLaren. Let's say it's Lando. I expect maybe a Max 1 or 2. I'm going to say 2, and then we'll put George Russell in 3rd because that's kind of his sweet spot. He's consistently on the podium.
He's consistently the second loser.
He sure is. You know what? I don't know. I really thought to myself that seeing Kimi on the podium would be kind of a far-fetched thing, but just with his level of commitment, he's been so mature on track and his performance. I think we only have a couple more races before we see Kimi, little baby Kimi.
And what Kevin Garnett say? Anything is possible. We shall see. We shall
little
see.
Baby 18-year-old Kimi. Can you even handle it?
Yeah, can you?
Well, I'm sure you guys might talk about this later, but did you see Ovechkin's goal?
Oh,
scoring,
yes.
record-breaking move?
And this is the thing, right? LeBron, we saw him break a scoring record, but he did it in more games than Kareem, right? Mm-hmm. Ovechkin did it in 1 game and less than Wayne Gretzky.
Crazy.
That's breaking a record. That's not volume. That's just, I've been better than you by 1 day, bro. And you were the greatest, so I'm officially the greatest. And shout out my homie Mark Gilbert, looks just like Ovechkin. Now he's got gray and a beard. But that's crazy. That's an insane stat. That's one of those records nobody thought would be broken.
Yep.
And Ovechkin was always second to Sid the Kid when he was coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was Sidney Crosby and Ovechkin, and it was always Sid the kid that was getting the juice, and he was like good guy, bad guy almost. And Ovechkin was like the Joker, the Batman, right? But the dude has been consistent, injury free. I think he was injured 1 year, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that dude's a beast of a man and dang good at hockey.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of being good at hockey, the Dallas Stars last night blew a 3-0 lead.
Oh my
They
gosh.
were not good at hockey.
They were up 5-2 in the last minute. How do you in the last minute of the game? They were up 5-2 and lost.
I'm not joking. I turned the game off to do some work. I come back to the game, I don't know, 2 seconds later. Blew a 3-0 lead. I think the Canucks scored 3 goals in like a minute and a half.
Yep.
They tied up. And you guys know how I feel about overtime. I've talked about this.
Insane.
They tie it up. How that happened, I keep watching the highlights and I'm like, how I've not seen this amount of goals scored in this amount of time. Now I've seen the Stars do it actually. I'm sorry. Several years ago, I went to a game and I was like stunned. I think the score ended up being like 7-2 or something insane. I was like, what is this? A football score? It was bizarre. I did not see that many goals scored. But it was like rapid fire.
Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Can't do
That
it.
was
Won't
truly
do
insane. I mean, they're in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs, right?
Yeah,
So it's like,
for
okay.
sure.
But okay, I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I feel like you'd have some good insight.
Yeah.
Do you feel like when a playoff is at least a spot is clinched? I felt like the momentum, they've lost several in a row. I went to a game last week where they did win, which was exciting, but several in a row, some of these in overtime, which is hard because it's sudden death. It doesn't reflect the full game.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
But headed into a playoff game, into playoffs, I feel like you got to keep the energy high, and winning helps with that. Losing this
do
bad
too.
or losing
Losing
that
don't.
lead,
Hey.
it just doesn't. Even if it's like, oh well, does this really matter? I'm like, but doesn't it? Like, I don't know. That's how I
Absolutely.
felt like. Why are we pulling off the gas here?
Winning is a habit, just like losing is a habit, and it is hard when you get in that losing habit. Little thoughts start to creep in. Moments, we were up by 2 last game. In the same moment, I hope we don't give up the loss. Versus going out to just dominate. Like little things start seeping in. Yeah, it's not a good thing to lose ever, especially going into the playoffs.
I think it's a state of mind.
Absolutely.
Winning is a state of mind, and losing is a state of mind.
Yeah.
That's why those things start creeping in your mind.
Yeah.
Because when you win all the time and you're down by 2,
Yeah.
you think, do you know what creep in your mind? Oh, we going to catch these dudes.
Yeah.
Because we good and we done did it before. But if you lose it, you're like, oh, we ain't going to never catch them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I just felt like keep the energy high, keep the players engaged. I get resting some of your key players. I do get that. However, I feel like the momentum, the morale, all those things add up and they lead to, currently the way it stands is that they'll play the Avalanche in their first playoff game.
Yep.
I feel good about that, but I'd feel better about that coming off of some wins than I do on some really tough losses.
For sure.
Because I don't know. In my brain, winning keeps me in this high, keeps me moving forward, feeling good, feeling encouraged.
Absolutely.
Losing is also a form of encouragement, but I think it's also a little bit of a beatdown. Like to lose after a lot of hard work, especially heading into overtime, it's like, I don't know, brutal. I think it's brutal mentally and physically to be in that place. So
and the fact that they clinched could have something to do with it. There could be a little bit of, setback, let down. It shouldn't be, but it could. Just preparing and making sure we stay healthy for the playoffs type thing. But I would much rather go for those wins and keep this winning mentality, these winning habits moving forward, right? Because that's an ugly loss last night. 3 goals in such a short amount of time.
They said fans had left because it was such a blowout, and then fans were running back to try and make it back in from the parking lot, but they couldn't because they weren't letting people back in with their tickets. But I thought that was like
they
so
scored
funny. It was like, I mean,
they scored an open net goal with like 3 minutes left or something like that, right?
exactly. I mean, I'm telling you, I've not seen anything like that in a long time for the Stars. I was pretty blown away.
That's wild.
I was blown away. Maybe it's because I wasn't there with my lucky cup. You know
that's
what I mean?
it.
That's what it was.
You know, and Stakehoven couldn't pop up and do nothing because he's no longer here. You know, he couldn't give us a stanky leg and get the morale back right.
You're right. You know what? I'm gonna blame him. Actually, let's blame. He's not even here, but it's his fault.
We blame Miss Stanky.
It was cool though that it was. I think Wyatt Johnston had a bobblehead night, and the line to get into American Airlines was packed. Like it was.
Oh, wow.
It was cool to see that. Like, obviously we've Mavs are where they're at. It's not football season. Rangers are, we'll see how it goes. But it was cool to see the fans lined up for the Stars. Like, how do we become a hockey town? Because I feel like we could be one. I mean, really could be a hockey town.
Everybody just crossed over. All the Mavericks fans were like, "Screw it. We want to keep going to the arena, but let's just switch jerseys."
Right.
Switch sports.
We're gonna come home, but we're gonna be wearing different clothes. So
And Luke is coming home tonight, by the way.
Oh,
Dallas love winners.
Yes.
If you winning, Dallas is down with you. If you're losing, we'll turn a cold shoulder to you. Dallas is like that.
Dallas is a city of front runners.
Absolutely. As long as we in front, we rolling with you.
Yeah.
But you drop off, nah.
I don't know, y'all. I'm going to the Chiefs.
See what I'm talking about?
Don't. Oh
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh my Lord. Well, yeah. That really resonates. Well, I'm excited for the playoff run. I do think we still, if we can really snap back into it, I think we have a solid chance. The betting odds for Dallas to win the Stanley Cup are not terrible, but there's predictions around seeing the Stars against the Panthers. I don't know if I love that. I don't know if I hate that. I don't know how I feel. I want the Stars to win, but I'm feeling, I don't know. I need to see some momentum pick back up before I feel overly confident, because you know me, I'm a sore loser. And I don't want to think we got a solid chance if we don't. So, boys, I need to see it. I need to see what's going on.
Tell them boys to show up. Or stay their ass at home.
Don't make me come to ice. I'm going to come to practice.
You know?
Show up. I'm show up with my skates.
Man, we ain't got no time for the games, Stars. We need y'all winning.
See why?
Bugging right now, baby.
I love that about you, that you're a sore loser.
Yeah.
I love that.
Absolutely.
No, for real.
Thank you, because I feel like people, when they hear that, it's a bad thing. And I'm like, I feel like it's not. A good thing.
Because you know who good losers are? People lose all the time, so they're used to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's just used to because, that? See why? If you ever want to see a sore loser, then you look it on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sorest loser in the world. I'm gonna tell you how sore a loser I am. The stuff I'm not good at, I don't even do.
Exactly,
I don't even do it.
Okay, I think that you're my soulmate. It must be because we have the same birthday. But people will be like, "Do you want to go bowling?" I'm like, "Absolutely fucking not. I don't want to go bowling." And let me tell you why. Okay. Look at these hands, all right? I have miniature mittens.
Yeah.
I don't have strength like that. Like I'm gonna tear a rotator cuff. No, I don't want to go bowling, and I don't want to lose.
Because you don't want to use the rails and embarrass yourself.
No, I don't want to. I probably would pop it over a bumper, and that's how bad I would be. So like, no, I do not. I do not want to go bowling, dude. I used to have a thing that if a guy asked me on a date and the first place he wanted to take me was bowling, that I wouldn't go, and that would be the end. Thank you so much. It was nice knowing you.
Nice to know.
I'm not interested in knowing. Yeah, I'm not interested in losing in front of you. So like, take me to a batting.
You want to beat me?
Take me to a batting cage. Like, we can both be bad at that. Like, I don't want to go bowling, because some people are like secret underground, like secretly good at undercover good bowlers, and they don't tell you till you get
Closet
there.
Bowlers.
And they bring out their gloves and their own fucking ball by themselves. And I'm like, no.
Buddy show up with a bag. Yeah, it's gonna be a long day.
When I see that, I'll be like, it was so nice knowing you. Please block me. And
somebody say, see why? Somebody say, "Oh, let's go bowling. I got my own ball and my own shoes." I'll be like, "Man, go to hell."
Yeah. What we doing right now?
I'll be like, "Let's go. How about racing me? How about doing something?
How about that?
Let's go play some basketball."
I'm so glad we relate in this way, Young, because I feel like people call it a weakness, and I'm like, no, I think it's one of my biggest strengths, actually.
Self-awareness.
If we lose, I won't talk to you. I won't talk to you for a week, okay? And I'm gonna come back fired up, but like I'm gonna be mad for a while.
self-awareness is key in life, especially in success. Because if you're aware and you have awareness, you can strengthen your strengths and delegate your weaknesses. Other than that, like Unc say, people think they're a lot better in their heads than they actually are.
That's true. But not me. Not me. I'm realistic. I'm bad at bowling. You guys want to go to trivia night? I'll fuck it up at trivia night.
Hey, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. But I will tell you this: if I take you to the batting cage, you're gonna lose real bad to me. Like,
Okay, I can
teach
see
you some
that.
things, though.
I can see that. I can see that. Maybe
teach
just
you
like a
some
slow pitch for me. I can handle it. But yeah, no, I'm a sore loser. And on that note, I've got to skedaddle out of here. I love you guys. I will see you next week. Trip, I'll see you sometime soon. Thank you for your comments.
All right, Miss CY. Hey, you have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Love you, boys. Bye.
Be good. Peace. And that's the first lady of F1, man. Let us make our adjustments real quick so we can do what it do over here on this side of the planet, on this side of the show. You know, make sure that you are receiving the best user experience possible, because that's what we are all about, man. This user experience, man, and making improvements and doing what we got to do to make sure you are hearing and seeing us, you know, and it's going ham. But y'all ready to dive into this thing? You ready for this song?
I'm ready.
Let's get into these topics one good time. What up, Trip? I mean, my boy Trip say, you can't be a sore loser. Hey, man, it's good to be a sore loser, man. You love winning.
Say,
you know?
hey, Trip, if me and you on the basketball court, we could be friends in the parking lot. Because if you come down in there, because I'm going to shoot you some elbows. I'm sorry. I'm going to shoot you some elbows. I'm going to step on your foot. I'm going to do all that. And then when we go to the parking lot, we can drink a beer, some Hennessy. We can go to the store, get a house. We can go to Whataburger, get a hamburger. But on that court, I'm going to try to give my best to give you the business. And then if you give me the business, we ain't going to get no hamburger. Call me Monday. Call me Monday.
It's like back on that bike to play ride and go get it with the younger. Yeah.
I'm a sore loser, Trip.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you like this, Trip, I'm a sore loser. I ain't lost that much. I ain't used to that.
Absolutely.
I ain't used to that.
Absolutely. And I don't ever want to get used to that.
No.
But yeah, I'm a sore loser.
Because when I was growing up, man, you know, I'm from a big family. And, man, and dudes used to ask me, say, man, why you and your brother and your nephew and all y'all go at each other so hard? I said, man, I got to go sleep with you. I got to go sleep in the house with these dudes.
Absolutely.
That's who got to know I'm tough.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
Man.
I don't care, you my brother, you my nephew, you my friend.
Hey, we was
going in it.
I was dropping Prince off this morning, and I saw this dad walking in. He dropping off his 3 sons. I had to say something to him. I said, you got some soldiers, don't you? I said, them boys gonna be all right. And when he said, he said, hey, look out for your brother. When he was telling him to go into the school, I was like, hey, you got some soldiers over there, dog. And he said he got one more son at the crib. I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. He said, man, I got so many holes in the walls. I was like, that's how it should be.
You know, me and my brother moved a lot of furniture in the house. Now when my mama got home, she moved us, not furniture.
Absolutely, man. So, move some belts around. Move some switches around.
Hey, move some butts around. That's what she did. You first, you next, and you next, and you...
Line them up.
Line up, 3, 4.
Line them up right now. Yeah, man.
And guess what? We love it. We love each other.
Absolutely.
And we love it right now.
Absolutely, man. So, we're going to dive in to these topics one good time,
Let's go.
Yeah, starting out, man. You know, Zay Green played in that All-Star game this past weekend, man. She did a great job. Her team did lose to Cheryl Miller's team. She was on Team Lieberman. But went out there and did what she got to do. You know,
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that WNBA draft, man. We've been having this Zay watch for the past 2 years. You know, we've been trying to put y'all on game. Early on. You know what I'm saying?
Zay looking like a top 10 pick. Man.
Hey, she should be.
She looking like
she should be.
I mean, deal with a pedigree and all that.
She
man.
should be.
Yeah.
Cause this is the thing. She's a mismatch, right? She's 6'2", listed as 6'2". Okay, when these girls come out on her, you better be 6'2" and up, or she gonna put that 3 on you. And if you 6'2" and up, usually you don't move your feet that well if you're a female.
Oh, absolutely.
And she got them handles and them quicks. Like she said, she would have run track or played volleyball if she didn't play basketball. You know what I mean? So yeah, Zay got something, man. So I'm looking forward to the WNBA draft. Zay Green, hey, Zay. You represent it, baby. That's all I'm trying to tell you. We so proud of you over here, man. It was a thrill watching you play. all through your career, everywhere you played, from Tennessee to Texas A&M to Arkansas Pine Bluff to Alabama, man. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch you play, watching you grow in your collegiate career, man. Fighting through injuries, doing what you got to do to stay on that court, man. You were inspiring to many. Keep doing what it do. I look forward to seeing you in the WNBA. I hope the Dallas Wings get you. That's all I got to say about that. You know what I say?
Yes, he's absolutely right.
Right on. We'll keep this thing rolling along. Next up, that March Madness, man. Hey, man. The mob boys in Florida paid them refs smooth off. Florida had too many instances where them referees came into play.
Well, I'm going to say it like this. Houston struggled through the whole tournament.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, wait to the end. And I don't know, but it's going to...
They're who we thought
They
they
finally caught up with Houston. I'm going to say it like that. Because they played bad against Duke.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you how bad they played against Duke. When they was down by 11 with, 3 minutes or something, I turned it off. I turned on something else. And then when I got up the next morning, dude, somebody told me. I was like, what?
Exactly. They was up the whole game.
Yeah, Duke was up 13-9. I think they cut it to 7 or something once. But with 3 minutes and the way they had been playing, I turned it off.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, Houston, they struggled through the whole tournament.
They did. I couldn't believe they lost that game, though. Because they were winning that whole, but that's how the whole tournament was.
Yeah.
Like, just because you up by 10 at the end of the third don't mean a thing, man.
No.
You know, I saw so many upsets and comebacks, man. It was ridiculous.
And then I heard something about Houston that it was kind of...
Yeah. Florida was fouling their ass off. Florida was out there gator chopping boys through the lane.
But, Florida have built up a reputation through the year for playing like that.
Hard defense, yeah.
So
since Joakim Noah,
they've been doing that for throughout the years. So when they play like that, there's certain teams get away. Once you build out a reputation of being a defensive team, you'll get away with reaching and hacking that teams that's known as shooters don't.
Because you consistently give effort.
Yeah, because you consistently reach, and sometimes it's a steal, sometimes it's nothing, and sometimes it's a foul.
You consistently give effort.
Yeah. So they like
all teams don't do that.
And then if it's close, they're gonna be like, okay, well, that's how they play.
Yeah.
And I'll say Florida kind of earned that, and Houston did too, because Houston, like I said, Houston struggled. And I heard something about Houston. They said that every player, and this is kind of hard for me to believe, they said every player on the University of Houston can run under 6 minutes in a mile.
Oh, yeah, they did say that. They were saying it was like pushing like 5:30. But that was our test, though, in baseball. I believe it. If we had that in baseball, we had 6 minute mile. That was our test.
Some of your team didn't make it, right?
Not the first time, but they had to make it to go to practice. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the big fat first baseman.
So how many people on your team with 6'10" with size 19 shoes?
Not now.
I'm just saying.
Not now.
But I'm just saying, it's hard. It's possible, but on a basketball team, that's them boys, and that's what happened too. When they said that, I said, well, Houston just wore some teams down because them boys got some endurance and they won't quit.
Yeah.
If you got 6'9", 6'10" dudes running 5 minutes and something in a mile, man, that's harder to do. People think you can do it. I tell you what, go try it. Yeah. Go try it. And you'll see how hard it is.
Yep.
Going 5 minutes or something.
They said Tripp said they tried to throw the ball into the post and dude threw his hands over Juwan's shoulders 3 times. Yeah, man. Kept doing it. Even on that last drive. But when they said it was out of bounds on Houston and the ball went out. Bro, like the way they were reaching in and just slapping my boy hands down on that. You know what I'm talking about on that drive? Exactly. Oh, my gosh. And the ball went out. Oh, my God.
But the thing is, Florida been doing that all year.
Foul.
Well, yeah.
Hey, they talk about that mob in Vegas. That mob in Florida just as serious.
Oh, yeah. So, but Houston, and this is what I will say about Houston, too. on that last possession, man, you got to get out for shot. I don't care if it's from the logo.
Oh my God!
You got to get a shot.
What
off.
was that?
You got to get a shot.
My boy
off.
went up here. He was about to get his shot swatted, so he throws it on the ground and just boxes out, and everybody else is just watching. Bro, you're a player, all right, not a spectator. He could have thrown it off for old buddy.
Yeah.
Instead of just throwing it to the ground. Like that's an IQ move right there.
Yeah.
That was a bad play.
And then
to not get a shot off on the last 2 possessions of the game is unforgivable.
And this
man.
is the thing. Once you go up in the air, you got to throw it up even if it's ugly. Because if you think somebody finna block it here, you got to take it down and put it to the side. You got to do something. Something. But you can't just, throw
it off his nose.
Yeah.
That ain't a foul, is it?
Yeah, and then Houston just, they struggled, like, to me, throughout not struggle, but all their games were hard through the tournament.
They had to earn them all. But
they finally caught up with them a little bit.
But they had a decent lead. All they had to do was keep the lead. Keep doing what you're doing. But, hey, boys, booty holes puckered up, tightened up. You know what I'm saying? And they started playing not to lose. You can't play not to lose,
You got to play to win.
Champions play to win. You start playing not to lose, and you're going to take that L.
Yeah.
You know what? Because the mind don't see the word not. The mind does see the words to lose.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen.
Yeah.
The mind also sees win.
Yeah.
So the mind is a serious thing, man. When you start getting infected with these, because it starts creating bad actions, bad habits. You start doing uncharacteristic things when you're out here playing not to lose, when you've been playing to win this whole tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree, J.A. I totally agree.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Houston, sucks,
Yeah.
I was actually going for H-Town in something.
Yeah, but guess what? Duke think it sucked too. They had 9.
Cooper Flag and them boys, man.
They saying, God, we could have been in there.
Yeah.
That's what they thinking.
Absolutely.
And I'm thinking the same thing.
I'm thinking
I turned the TV off.
I'm thinking UConn could have had a 3-peat this year.
Yeah.
Because they was up on Florida. And I'm talking dominating Florida in that game. UConn looked like the most polished team in this tournament to
Everybody
me as an 8 seed.
Think about maybe not an absolute, but once you got to the Elite 8, almost everybody had the lead lost, man.
Yeah.
Almost, I would say out of the Elite 8, 6 of the teams had the lead lost.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter.
Yeah, hey, you right. They should have run more plays for Cryer. That dude Cryer can ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he will be a draft pick. I don't know how old he is. My boy Edjo was back here with it, so he's got some age on him.
He's 25.
That boy one of them COVID seniors.
Hey. Been in college 7 years.
We're going to have COVID seniors until the year 2030. My COVID senior.
I don't know how.
4 injuries.
Man. I'm just joking, y'all. I'm just joking.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Nah, it was a great game. You just knew Florida. Going in, I was like, they're not going to let Houston win this game.
No.
I don't know what it was. I just did not think the powers that be, the referees, whoever, I did not think Houston was going to have a legitimate shot at winning the game, is all I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it played out. So we were correct. But we're going to keep this thing swinging. Keep it moving along. So next up, the female side of the March Madness, man. So, hey, South Carolina, Don Staley came out Louis V'd up. Hey, Pharrell doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
Pharrell got the right people wearing them clothes, man.
Oh,
and fresh. Don Staley out there coaching them girls up. I didn't think South Carolina would get beat this year as deep as they were, right? Because, again, when they played Alabama this year, Alabama outscored their starters, but their bench outscored Alabama's bench like 45-3. And I was like, damn, they got more starters on the bench.
Yeah.
UConn wasn't having none of that.
No.
Paige Beuckers.
No. Who is UConn coach?
Ariema.
Ariema, how you say?
Gino Ariema.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
Don Staley, you got
a whole decade plus to catch up with Gino. And what's crazy is UConn won their first national championship in like 95.
Yeah.
So they've won, 15 now? Something like that? 12 to 15? I forget what the number is.
30 years.
That's half the titles.
That's half of them, yeah.
And he could have won more. I think he backed off a little bit to make it more competitive. Because everybody knew going into the year UConn was gonna win the title. I think that's really what it was. He's like, all right, y'all, we gotta stop winning. We going hard. We are the richest state in America, and we have been on this NIL for 10 plus years.
But let me say this right now. I'm gonna say this right now. I don't even know who UConn got. UConn got a chance to win it next year.
Absolutely. And Paige Beuckers.
She graduated, right?
She out of there.
Yeah, but they got a chance. I bet you they're gonna be in at least Elite Eight.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Paige Beuckers is older than Caitlin Clark. Imagine if Caitlin Clark was in the NCAA one more year. Imagine if Caitlin Clark was in NCAA basketball for one more
Well, how
season.
many years did Caitlin Clark play? She played 4 years, right?
Yeah, but Paige got hurt.
Yeah,
Paige had an injury.
Yeah, so Paige is a year older than Caitlin.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. That's wild. But Paige is cold, though. Paige been there. She, actually coming into this thing, it was Paige, 4 years ago, it was Paige Beuckers here and Caitlin Clark here. Make sure my hand's in the screen. Paige was here. Caitlin was here.
Well, didn't nobody know who Caitlin was. She coming out of high school.
What? Caitlin out the screen now. Paige is still up, but Caitlin is just in her own realm now, just from what she's done. I think Paige is the third leading scorer behind Maya Moore and Brianna. What's my girl up in the WNBA? Brianna Stewart.
Yeah.
She's third leading scorer of all time, which is crazy to me because you got Taurasi, you got Maya Moore. It's so many other. Rebecca Lobo, Lisa. Didn't Lisa Leslie go there?
I'm not sure. I think she did, but don't.
Was she at UConn or USC?
I think no. Lisa Leslie was at USC.
She was USC.
Lobo and
okay.
Ton of others.
Yeah, it's ton of other women that came out of UConn. So for Paige to be number 3 behind those two, that's crazy. Man. That's wild. She cold blooded with it, man. Y'all,
that's real wild.
Yeah. So UConn, man, they did what they do, man. That's wild. That's wild to me. That's wild to me. But congratulations, UConn, on getting your crown back. It may have happened if Paige didn't get hurt in previous seasons, but hey, it did it. But you got your wins. Don Staley, come back harder, baby. You already know what's good, man. We rooting for you. Everybody in America on this side of the tracks is going for South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Yeah, man. But that was a very entertaining on the men's side and the women's side of the NCAA tournament this year. What are y'all's thoughts, man? What's y'all's thoughts on the tournament this year, man? What are y'all's thoughts on on women's college basketball moving forward? Is South Carolina going to be the team to come back and get that championship back? Do we have a new rivalry? Will we be sending that UConn South Carolina matchup year in, year out? What are y'all's thoughts on it, man? Let us know.
What's that Trip saying?
Trip said that's how Texas Tech lost to Florida. They had, Texas Tech too. Florida got them calls against UConn, Texas Tech, and then Houston, man, to go ahead and win that thing. And that's
because that's how Florida plays.
They
got better game than reputation.
Hey, basketball is a game I will never bet on ever again. Why? Because the refs got too much control of what goes on. I don't care if Alabama was up by 17 against Maryland. And the referees fouled out Zay and Aaliyah Nye, the 2 top all-stars on their squad, top scorers, top people on their squad, fouled out the game. What you think is going to happen? In Maryland. Refs got too much control and too much power. And Donahue, we keep talking about it, Donahue was a fall guy, man.
Oh, yeah.
When people like Donahue get to talking and squawking, hey, just because his actions were immoral don't mean he's lying, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Just because you steal, that don't mean you lie.
He was telling the truth.
Just because you lie don't mean you kill.
But
it's all wrong.
Hey, you say if you get caught doing something and the people you was with didn't get caught, what you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you said you was gonna tell on them.
No.
I thought, never mind.
No. I said that if I'm at home in the bed, and then they go do something and they come pick me up, yeah, he did it. Yeah. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah. But if me and you together and you get away and they catch me, that's on me.
Okay. I thought you said you was gonna.
Oh no. See, they got that snitching mixed up. This is the whole thing. I ain't taking no fall for nothing that ain't had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But if I had something to do with it, that's on me.
It's on me, baby.
Yeah. But if I ain't had nothing to do with it, Like these dudes are old. So he snitched, but he wasn't even with y'all. He
Yeah.
normally with y'all,
Yeah.
but he got picked up because he thought that. But this is the thing. They say if you love him, you won't snitch on him. How about if he loved me, he won't let me do 20 years?
Yeah.
For nothing.
Hey, Trip.
So love goes both ways.
Trip, you got an excellent point, bro.
What he say?
He said, I think the Big 12 got cheated and they wanted the SEC to win.
Oh yeah, they got.
Why?
Oh yeah,
Why they want the SEC to win?
because all the teams in the SEC, Texas, Alabama, all the rich schools except USC is in the SEC.
They didn't come through in the football season.
Yeah, they gotta come through sometime.
So
but I say,
they had to reward the SEC somehow.
so what that mean? About money. Which make the most money? Basketball or football?
Football.
Okay, so y'all didn't get it here. You ain't gonna get the big check. You gonna get the little check.
Yeah.
To keep y'all trying to get the big check.
Yeah.
Cause we don't want y'all to falter over here. Oh yeah.
What was different about this tournament? Because they said this tournament, the Final Four, had the highest viewer ratings of ever. What do you think it was? Do you think it was a Cooper Rush or a Cooper Flag effect?
Yeah, the Cooper flag effect, and then it's more people than it was back in the day. You know, just about sheer number.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't the best Final Four ever.
Oh no.
I mean,
no.
So it's more.
It was
people.
entertaining though. It was really entertaining.
It was one of the better.
And them
Final
referees
Fours.
made sure it stayed close.
Yeah, because you didn't never know who was gonna win until the fat lady song.
Yeah.
Because the fat lady, what happened?
Yeah, I saw it.
Because the fat lady, been warming up and all that, but but they made sure that a whole lot of time when the fat lady cleared her throat and walking to the stage, it's over. But it wasn't over till the fat lady sung on stage.
Man, crazy.
Not warmed up or none of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, congratulations to UConn women, and congratulations to Florida Gators basketball team, man. Y'all did your dang thing. Got you a dub about the situation, no matter how ugly it was. Congrats, man. Congrats. We ain't sore fans. We just sore losers around here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
For all you fanboys out there. Keep this thing rolling along. On to the NBA. Yes, sir. And the time has come. You think they're going to bring the casket back out to the arena tonight?
No, because he's alive in L.A. He just dead in Dallas.
Oh,
well, let me say it like this.
He said he just dead in Dallas.
He dead in Dallas, but he alive and living.
My boy said records. My boy doing ain't even looking passes behind his back.
Hey, but before we go into the NBA, J.A., I'm going to look right into the camera. And I hope you can make a short out of this.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm finna address Shaq right now. Because, Shaq, you responded to one of our shorts.
Hold on, let me get up close to you real quick. Let me get up close to you. Huh? Yeah, right there.
Yeah, Shaq, you responded to one of our shorts, which I really appreciate.
Yes, sir.
We love you, Shaq.
Come on the show, man. Let's talk about it.
Because this is what, see, you call me a fanboy, but I'm not a fanboy. So let's say it like this. You might call me a fan man, but ain't nothing boyish about me.
Nothing.
But anyway.
We fucks with you though, Shaq. FUX, we fucks with you, Shaq.
We're going to refrain from name calling. But this is the thing. See, Shaq, let me tell you something about me.
We appreciate you tapping in.
We appreciate you tapping in. I love you, man. This is what I love the most about you. I love the philanthropist in you.
Absolutely.
You always helping somebody, man, that's less fortunate than yourself. And I think that's the meaning of philanthropist.
Yes, sir.
So I love that about you, Shaq. And I'm going to tell you this. You had a dominant stretch in the NBA. You dominated a certain period, but it was a certain period you didn't dominate. And Shaq, this is how you get your grade point average. You put what you did good, what you did excellent, and what you did bad.
Freshman year through senior year.
Yeah,
right?
and then you put it together, and that's freshman through senior, right?
Yeah, all 4 years of high school.
It
is
just
how
don't
you
stop.
get your GPA.
I mean, you can have a great junior year, but they're gonna put your freshman.
You can have a 4.0 your junior year, but if you got a 2 point,
they're gonna do all that to get your grade point average.
Man, gotta average it out.
So this is the thing that you don't know about me, Shaq. I'm also an actor.
Yeah.
So sometime on this show I'm acting because this is the thing. You still say you call me a fanboy. That ain't true. You said, I got 4 rings. I know that's true, Shaq. And if you would have watched the show, you would have saw later in the show where I said that you were one of only 3 players that got the trifecta in MVP, regular season, All-Star, and Finals. You, Willis Reed, and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got it twice. You and Willis Reed got it once.
Yep.
So I know all about you, Shaq. I know you got 4 rings.
Yes,
You didn't
sir.
tell me nothing.
Yes, sir.
And I think for your career, you shot 48%, which is
50.
very,
It was 54%.
I mean, no,
56%.
48. I'm sorry, that's not right. 58%.
Yeah.
58% for your career. And out of all the superstars that I could find, yours is the highest.
Absolutely.
Kareem is next with 56, and Wilt is next with 54.
Yep.
So all that's dominant.
Yes, sir.
And like I told you, that I was an actor, and this is the thing, Shaq. You got swept 6 times, Shaq.
Hey.
You got swept in 94. You got swept in 95.
Hey.
You got swept in 96. You didn't get swept in 97, but you got swept again in 98 and 99. Then you got swept again in 2007. That's 6 times, Shaq. Like I said, you got swept 6 times. There's nothing dominant about that. And this is the thing, Shaq. You know, like I said, I'm an actor because I can flip. I can flip from talking calm to I can start talking like this. But this is the thing, Shaq.
But that's all different areas of his career.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's from start to finish.
Absolutely.
And this is what I want to say too, Shaq.
Sweeps from the beginning all the way to the end.
This is the thing. I was real respectful.
I love you, though, Shaq.
I was real respectful on that part because I didn't even bring up Cleveland, Boston, and Phoenix.
Hey, I was going to bring that up.
It sure ain't nothing dominant about that. So you can add about, out of your 15 years you played, you can add about 9 of them that wasn't dominant at all.
Yeah.
So you ain't the most dominant. That's all I'm saying, Shaq. When y'all, see, this is the thing that
But
I'm
the 5 or 6 seasons that he did dominate, you were absolutely dominant in them seasons. Couldn't nobody mess with you, man.
But then there's other 9 seasons you wasn't dominant.
Absolutely. Once
you
Rick
put
and
your
Elijah
grade-
won and David got up out the game.
Yeah, and then once you put your grade point average, because I didn't see you dominate Ben Wallace. I didn't. I did not. I promise you I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't see you dominate. When you get swept 6 times, there's no dominance in that. And that's all throughout the 90s except for 97, 95, 94, 96, 98, 99. So, you know, I wasn't trying to, I was just saying the fact, when you sit up and you say, I'm the most dominant center ever, and I just like to say, like Lee Carso, not so fast, my friend. That's all I'm saying, Shaq. And I love you, man, and we don't get into name calling because there's some names you've been called that I don't even want to repeat, and we're going to leave it at that.
Come on.
And I love you, Shaq.
Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie. Get your money, man.
And Shaq got all the money, man, because he got
Shaq
all the
the money.
businesses.
J.C. Penn's, Papa John, and all that. And this is what
Shaq,
I want you
like,
to.
You one of my favorite people in the world. Shaq, I tell you straight, you one of my favorite people in the world.
Me
bro.
too.
I tell people
because this is the thing that Shaq don't know. Me and him have bought shoes at the same store in Atlanta, Georgia. He know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I got them all them skins and them $800, $900, $1,100, $1,200 shoes. I got the same thing.
Yeah.
And you went and ate at Soul Shack up in Cedar Hill a
did
couple
he?
of weeks ago. Yeah. But guess what? Uncle went there the week before you did.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, me and you got more in common than you know. And this is the thing that I want you to know, that everybody that know I've been to every track meet, everything in the state of Texas. And when you were in high school, I saw you in a track meet. I saw you jump 22 feet.
I saw it. I jumped further than Shaq.
That's another story.
I'm on the whole foot and a half shorter.
No. But I'm just telling you. Now, I'm not saying he didn't jump further, but the track meet I saw you in, you jumped 22 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And anybody know that I done almost ran or watched or participated or something in every track meet in Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, California, Florida, all that. So I just saw you run track before, Shaq. So I know all about you, man. I love you, but we ain't gonna name call. And you got 4 rings, but you got swept 6 times.
Hey, I appreciate it, Shaq.
And I appreciate it too. And you know what? I hope you watch again, because you're going to realize that I ain't going in on you. I'm just telling the truth.
That's all we do over here, man.
Like I said earlier on the show, you called me a fanboy, but you didn't call me a lie.
Hey, because
You
you know
didn't call me a
what?
lie.
We, unlike other people that got podcasts, we actually played sports. And we actually were successful at sports. You might not know us, But you know, we got some pedigree
And
over here.
not only in sports, I got pedigree in a lot of things. Like I told Shaq, I'm an actor right now. I was in a stage play couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, you know, I do all kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
And I love you, Shaq. And I love you, Shaq.
2 weekends ago.
And the most thing that I love that you always help people less fortunate. And this is the thing.
Every time I hear somebody tell a Shaq story, it ends with, "Oh, and he paid for dinner."
Yeah, and
and Shaq got the tab.
And he went in, he went in Walmart and he saw a family and he bought them $10,000 worth of stuff because they had two little boys looking in the window.
Yeah.
Oh, I sure like that. Y'all want some? Come on.
Yeah.
I get each one of y'all some. And your mama, your daddy, your brother, your son. I love that about you, Shaq. Yeah. But you still got swept 6 times.
Hey, if you start a foundation, I'm gonna contribute to it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
We mess with you, dog. But we gonna tell the truth.
Yeah, we gonna tell the truth.
Like my college coach used to say, it's the difference between like and lineup, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just as I like you don't mean I'll put you in my lineup. Just as I like you don't mean I ain't gonna tell you the truth about you.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
We love you, Shaq.
And that's what this is all about, man. That's we transparent over here and we keep it real, man.
What I want to tell Shaq.
And we ESPN, ABC, NB, we ain't pay. We got our own platform.
We got our own money, Shaq.
So we say what we do. We do what we do over here.
I do. I shop in Walmart too, and I know Shaq own a house somewhere in the Metroplex.
Oh yeah.
So
on that east side, over there, Rockwall area.
Rockwall. Okay.
But he owns a whole neighborhood up in Prosper. The people he built those homes and people are buying.
Yeah, I know
Shaq
something
is a
going
businessman.
Shaq is that dude. But this is the thing, Shaq. If you ever see, because I go to Walmart too. But if you ever see me in Walmart, Shaq, you ain't got to buy me nothing.
Yeah.
I got my own money.
I got my own money too. But if you want to buy some things, I ain't going to say no. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. But if you insist, I'll take it. I didn't say I wouldn't take. I said you don't have to.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
And then on to the NBA, cause we love you, Shaq. But we just want to clear that up.
Yeah, just want to clear that up, man. You know, hey, it ain't no hard feelings, man. Call us fanboys or whatever, bro. At least you're calling us something, and you're in the comments, man. Recognizing us, bro. Appreciate that. That's more than Stephen A. and Shannon and Bubba Dub. They steal from us all the time. You know what I'm saying? So at least you're interacting with us. You feel me? I appreciate that because that done brought more people to the platform. You know what I mean? I'm tired of people taking what we talk about and then talking about it on their platform a week later or whatever it is, man. We appreciate the love, but hey, next time y'all say something that we talking about over here, shout us out one good time is all I'm saying to you.
Oh yeah,
that's all I got to say.
And then this thing, say Shaq, if you see into this. Man, go on and like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, go on and hit that like, man. Share that thing, man.
Hey, I watch you on the internet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watch you on TNT and all that.
Absolutely.
Can you dig it?
Yeah. Can you dig it? Absolutely.
On to the next one.
Yeah, on to the next. So this is good NBA news, man. So yeah, like we said, Luka is in D-Town tonight. And those Mavericks are fairly healthy.
Yeah.
What do you expect from this game tonight? What do you expect the scene to look like? Will there be 77 jerseys all around? Will the Dallas Mavericks even acknowledge Luka? Remember, when he left, they had videos with his face blacked out, playing him at the games.
Oh, well, they're going to...
his whole body blacked out, as a matter of fact.
The Mavericks... if they smart, they're going to, show Luka some love.
Was he here long enough to get love?
Yeah.
We went to the finals with him, huh? Drafted him?
Yeah, we drafted him. How long he played here? 6 years?
It's still pretty shocking that he's not here right now, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Do you think the Mavericks have enough to beat him now? We got our bigs back.
If they play right, they do. On a given night.
Yeah.
This ain't if they play a 7-game series, Mavericks don't have enough to beat them.
Yeah.
But on a given night, they got enough.
Is this Mavericks team right now with these bigs we have, and I'm talking Gafford, of course I'm talking AD and Derek Lively. Are we built for today's NBA? Because neither of them, AD can take it out to about 18 feet. He can shoot a three from the corner.
Shoot three.
Yeah, he can shoot a three, but consistently. He's 30-something%, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Well,
for today's game, are the Mavericks built to win? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, because they got everybody shoot threes from PJ Washington shoot three. Everybody else shoot threes.
Max Christian.
Yeah, and then I did some research on some threes. And I've been, this is the thing. If you don't shoot about 35 or 36%, you don't need to be shooting threes.
Yeah, no doubt.
And the NBA got 450 players.
Yeah.
We got 108 players shooting 35%
Really?
or better. Yeah.
That's what, 25, almost 25%, huh? You said 450?
Yeah, 450. We got
108. So that's right around 25% of them shooting.
But this is the problem. We got 400 shooting three. Yeah, it's about 200 of y'all. It's about 200 of y'all shooting 24 and 26% don't need to be doing nothing but trying to get a bucket.
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm just
take
saying.
it to the rack, man.
No, yeah, I'm gonna tell you what these young guys have done. They have turned into analytics guy. Because I go look up the analytics on these and what come out their mouth. Don't back up.
It ain't matching what
it ain't matching what they say.
Yeah.
And then not only what's coming out their mouth not matching what their analytics, it's not matching. I've been watching sports on a serious note, 60s, 60s.
Yeah.
And what come out of everybody's mouth don't match up with what I remember.
Yeah.
And then when I go look at the analytics, it matches more with what I remember.
Absolutely.
The same way like Shaq.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm bringing this back up since you called me a fanboy. What come out your mouth that the most dominant player ever, when you put it in Cleveland, Boston, and Phoenix, and you got swept 6 times, that's not true.
Yeah, that can't be true.
That's all I'm saying.
That's not most dominant ever.
No.
Because I think of Bill Russell coming in
and this is the thing. Let me clear this up on about getting swept. Shaq ain't the only person who got swept.
No, absolutely not.
But this thing, out of all of the superstars that I can find, Shaq got swept twice more than anybody else.
Wow.
Kobe got
That's
swept.
significant.
Kobe got swept 3 times.
Yeah, that is significant.
LeBron got swept 3 times.
Yeah.
Larry Bird got swept twice.
Wow.
Michael got swept twice.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson got swept twice. Kareem got swept twice. D. Wade got swept twice. It's a lot of, I think Tim Duncan got swept twice. But it's a lot of players that have got swept twice, mate, but not 6.
6 times?
Yours is twice.
I mean,
more
what is, we got once, twice,
3 times.
thrice.
3 times a charm.
How do you, what's the ice for 6? What's the for 6?
Dominance. You're not dominance, like you said. That's all. I love you, Shaq. And we ain't gonna bring that up no more, man. We ain't gonna bring that up. But that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, this is what make Unc go check out stuff, because these guys on there be talking. I be like, that ain't how I remember them.
What is it 6? Is it hex?
Yeah. I don't know. What it is? Yeah, hex. Whatever it is. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Cinco hex.
I don't know, but that's a lot of. That's a lot.
We ain't gonna bring that up no more, Check, cause we love you, man.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who would guard Jokic on the perimeter. So I think, and we talked about this last week, I think Shaq was athletic enough to guard him on the perimeter. And I know you was like, for the whole game, yeah, I think he could do it for the whole game. I think he could when he was.
But this is
at his peak athlete.
This is what we got to understand.
And people say Shaq was peak athlete in LA. I think he was peak athlete leaving Orlando. His last year to Orlando.
Well,
I think that's when he was in his best shape. He might not have been mentally there.
Yeah, but this is I don't know.
He beat Jordan. That's the last dude to beat Jordan in the playoff.
Yeah, he the last, but he wasn't the first.
No, he wasn't the first, but he was the last.
He wasn't the only.
No, he wasn't the only, but just the last.
Yeah.
Like the last samurai.
Because Jordan, the other 2 years, he didn't go to playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a broken ankle one of them years.
Grade point average. Grade point average.
But you count a broken ankle in that grade point average?
I'm saying you played that year. You played that year.
Partial.
When you go look, he played 50 or 60 games.
Yeah.
Bring your grade point average down. I don't care what nobody.
So you qualify. At the 50 that year qualify.
Yeah. Grade point. When you play 50, 60 games, They'll qualify. You bring it down.
Yeah.
So,
If he was in college in these days, he might have got a COVID year back.
Yeah, that's the same way. Like, everybody talk about, but anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Also, all right, so do you believe, Mavericks got a 2.5 game lead on the Suns right now, 3 games left.
Yeah, they'll beat the Suns to the for the 8th spot.
You think they'll make the 10th spot?
The Mavericks. Yeah. What the Suns got? They've been playing all year in the
Low
Mavericks.
confidence.
I mean, they've been playing all year in their 2.5 games.
Yeah.
So what makes you think they're finna sweep out their last 3?
Well, just because the Mavericks been losing here recently. They're like a 2-game losing streak.
Yeah.
They playing LA tonight. I'd love to see the Mavericks beat Luka.
But this is the thing.
I'd love to see it.
How many games they had to finish?
2.5.
2.5, and the 3 games left. So that means that the Mavericks win 1 game,
man,
they can't win.
And Phoenix got the brakes beat off of them last night.
Yeah. So Phoenix, and don't Phoenix,
by Golden State.
Don't Phoenix have KD and
Golden State? Jimmy Butler and Steph was on the bench cracking jokes for most of the fourth quarter last night.
But don't Denver have KD and Bradley Beal and
wet like I'm booked. Wet like I'm booked. Yeah, Devin Booker. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that ain't winning.
I'm gonna talk about that later too.
That ain't winning basketball right now. And Bradley Beal is one of the only dudes in the league that has no trade clause.
Well, he was still being Washington, but the no trade clause came following him down there, and they traded him, but the next team came because he agreed to it.
Yeah. Are the Phoenix Suns the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA? All show, no go.
I would say they worse than the Dallas Cowboys.
Give me the money.
I would say they worse than the Cowboys.
Cowboys didn't make the playoffs this year, did they?
I mean, but this is the thing. I would say that
Cowboys bad.
I would say that Kevin Durant in basketball is a bigger star than Dak Prescott.
No doubt.
I would
is
say
he bigger
that,
than CeeDee Lamb though?
I would say that Devin Booker is just as big as CeeDee Lamb in basketball.
Yeah.
And Bradley Beal is way bigger than anybody else. So even Michael Parsons. I'm saying, come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, Phoenix should absolutely be doing a lot more than what they've shown. There's no doubt about it.
By the name power.
A letdown.
By the name power.
A disgrace almost.
And the name, and this is the thing, man. A lot of these guys' names carry more than what they've actually done.
Oh, absolutely.
Because everybody try to. Everybody.
Oh, Ryan ain't sitting nephew.
Oh, nephew Ryan.
Nephew in the building.
Nephew.
What's going down, nephew?
Y'all done missed some things, man.
Yeah, dog. Ryan. Oh, you been here, bro.
Oh, okay. We saw. Okay,
right. The Mavs are done. Damn, they done?
But Denver ain't gonna catch them. Yeah, they done. But he said, are they gonna make the 10-team tournament playoffs?
Ryan say y'all hearing the Shaq versus Joker nonsense. Yeah, we talked about that one last week, man.
But what
Unc seems to believe that in 2021, or if they're playing in 2025, Joker would beat Shaq. And Unc says if they're playing in 2001, Shaq will beat Joker because the game is different.
The game is different.
The way the game is called is different.
We can't act like it's a level playing field because in 2025, Shaq can't go through Joker's chest like he just see Joker right there and boom, and knock Joker off the spot. That's a foul.
Shaq couldn't do that in 2003. They start calling in the foul.
Yeah, but the most dominant Shaq was bully ball.
Oh, absolutely.
And Shaq was the biggest, so he could bully more than anybody.
Absolutely.
So
get off my spot.
We gotta quit saying that. If this guy better than that guy, we gotta realize that the referees call the game different. The game is played different, and all of that. So
Shaq,
in 2001, I got Shaq. In 2025, I'm not so sure.
Shaq can't shoot it like Joker. And Joker ain't back to the basket ain't nothing like Shaq.
But this is the thing though. Joker is a better passer.
Shaq wasn't a bad passer though.
I didn't say
it was just a different game though.
It was a different game. I mean, so if they played now, Shaq would have to be like all other big men. He got to be at the 3-point line, and Shaq can't shoot.
I'm taking a young Shaq over Joker all day, every day.
Yeah, the way you like basketball. Now, if you ask me how I like basketball played, how I prefer it, I'm taking Shaq all day.
Yeah, but I'm saying this: a young Shaq that still had his health, still able to move.
How young?
Joker not getting.
You
a
ain't
shot
talking
off.
about the 90 Shaq that got swept 6 times.
I might be talking about that Shaq too.
Yeah, but I'm just
because
saying,
he was athletic enough to guard Joker on the perimeter. And Joker takes advantage of smaller dudes on the perimeter, and he takes advantage of big dudes on the perimeter. Big dudes can't guard Joker on the perimeter because they get out too slow, right? And he's already getting his shot up. Small dudes, he's too big for small dudes. Yeah, Shaq is more athletic and he's big. Like, I'm taking Shaq all day in that matchup. I don't think Joker's getting his shot off. Now, if we're talking about an older Shaq, if we're talking to Cleveland, Miami, Boston Shaq.
No, we're talking about the Shaq that played against Detroit Pistons in the finals. What year was that?
Like 05 or something like that. 04 or something like that, right?
He didn't dominate Ben Wallace.
No, he didn't.
So but Ben Wallace ain't the Joker.
But it's opportunities too, though. Because Kobe was on one. Kobe was on one because he didn't like Shaq's work ethic. Yeah. So he wasn't really trying to give him the rock like that.
Yeah, so all of that depends on situational ball.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, it depends on how they're going to call it, how they're going to play it, all of that. Like I say,
nobody's better than their team. It all comes down to that team, too.
In 2001, I got Shaq. In 2025, it's hard not to take Joker, man.
I'm taking Shaq.
In 2025.
If I got a young Shaq.
Because this is the thing. In 2025, they ain't going to get the ball Shaq down low.
I will say this.
Because I just seen Carmelo Anthony saying that when he went to Houston, they say, don't shoot the mid-range. And all Shaq shoot is 2-pointers. So they're not going to get Shaq the ball in 2025 like they did it. Because 2 points don't mean as much in 2025.
Boys can't foul no more, though.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. I saw a crazy stat on Joker. At the age of 29, Joker's averaging more points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and there was like 4 other stats than LeBron.
Yeah. At the age of 29.
At the age of 29.
But this is the thing. Everybody compare everybody. Oh, LeBron wasn't this, but LeBron done played at a higher level longer than anybody. Joker ain't gonna be doing this 10 years from now.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because he don't keep his body like LeBron. He might not be doing it 5 or 6 years
I think LeBron on snack. Also, LeBron got a Barbie doll.
Yeah, he got that today.
Going for $75 a pop. Y'all getting the LeBron Barbie? Does that make you a bitch if you do?
But what is your son want? I mean, that
if
don't
my
make
son wants the LeBron Barbie, I'm smacking his face.
No, you're not.
Now I'm not gonna smack his face.
He gonna get it. I know him and his son. If his son wants LeBron, he gonna get it. You ain't gonna tell me. I already know you, J.A.
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah, exactly. And all I'm gonna say about
LeBron Barbie though.
All I'm gonna say about LeBron Barbie doll is get your money, man. Get your money, man.
Hey, yeah, you say there's no big man today. Y'all forget how Shaq was moving before the Lakers. Hey, I tell people, man, Shaq used to bring the ball. I saw Shaq go coast to coast several times, especially when he was in Orlando. Shaq had handles. Shaq was very athletic. I talk about this all the time. He couldn't keep up with
Hakeem Olajuwon. Olajuwon was too quick for him.
Olajuwon was too
quick for him.
Neck up for Shaq.
And
because he knew when I got
footwork.
If I get you on this side of the goal, Shaq, I'm just wherever I go, it's based off you. I'm gonna feel where you're at, dog. You bang me up right here, I'm gonna roll this way. I'm gonna pop that shot off right here and get to the basket. If you strong over here, I'm popping this way.
I'm gonna say it like this. If it's 2000,
Hakeem was nasty with them.
If it's 2000 and if it's 2001, I got Shaq. And if it's 2025, I got Joker. And if it's 1988, I got Kareem over all of them. And if it's 1964, I got Wilt over them. And if it's 1961, I got Bill over all of them.
And I had Wilt over Shaq in 96 when he shook his hand after that. Was it 50 greatest in 75?
Shaq, Wilt.
Hey, Wilt shook Shaq's hand. Shaq
swallowed it. And then did you see him when they hugged? Most of the time, the bigger man go over top. Yeah. Wilt went over the top. Shaq hugged down here. Yeah. Wilt's shoulders, he was taller. Shoulders was wider than Shaq.
As a 50-plus-year-old man.
Yeah.
And he shook, when I'm telling you, he shook Shaq's hand and his shoulder was like, God.
I just saw that. Did I send you that video?
No. This is our memory from
I just saw that the last couple of days, man.
I remember this.
People don't understand.
When he shook his hand.
So when they talk about this is the thing.
That blew my mind.
This is the thing. When they talk about the greatest individual player, it might be Michael or Will. But when you talk, but the game is not individual. When you start talking about the greatest team players of all time, you got to put Magic Johnson in there. One of the greatest team players of all time, man. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, to me, these are the greatest team players. I ain't talking about physical prowess, who scored 30. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and LeBron James are three of the greatest team players that I mean, when you start talking about scoring, rebound, assists, steals, block,
everything.
These are the greatest team that affect everything along going in the game that I have ever seen, me personally.
Yeah.
But that don't mean they're the greatest.
I got to say this. All right, speaking of team players.
If you want to crowd them,
Oh, my God. Go to jail.
but they are who we thought they were.
John Moran ain't learned shit, man.
He is who
he
we thought he
is.
was.
Yeah, play that. Hit that,
I hit it again.
If you want to crowd
Let
them,
me make sure it's handing off right.
but they are who we thought they
Yeah.
were.
He is who we thought he was.
Yeah. Stupid.
Ja, relax,
Stupid.
bro.
Ja.
75 racks.
You ain't no gangster, Ja.
75,000 could have bought somebody a nice. You could have been a philanthropist and given somebody a whole lot of stuff for 75 grand.
And then,
But
first
instead, you want to hit him with the.
First off, you ain't no gangster.
Come on, dog.
You ain't no gangster because this is the thing. John, you played AAU.
Ryan say LeBron Barbie doll on snack too.
hey, you
notice he got a hat on. They ain't trying to recreate that edge.
Yeah, I mean, just like John, man, you played AAU basketball. You played what? Did he go to college 1 year?
Ja?
Yeah.
He went to Chattanooga or something like that. Or
You went to college 1 year. You've been in the
Tennessee or
NBA.
something.
So when you been a gangster? When you had time to be a gangster? Because you've been playing basketball AAU since you were 13, 14.
Getting coached up by your daddy, so you had a papa at home.
So why, when you been, say, man,
Gangsters usually go to the streets because they ain't got a daddy at home.
Now I'm going to tell you like this here.
So they looking for a father figure in their
If
life.
you're a real gangster, go read about Eazy-E. Eazy-E went to jail when he was 9 years old.
9? Hey, and Doc say Easy. Hey, wasn't no faking about Easy, bro.
He went to jail when he was 9. No. I'm lying. 12.
12?
He went to jail when he was 12. He had a 45 and a pocket full of stones at 12.
I got a pocket full of stones.
So don't tell me you know gangsters, because
Yeah,
you've been
man.
in the gym when gangsters was on the block, man. So stop all that, man.
You know AR-15 for the Lakers do way worse. Yeah, he do, but he's not gotten in trouble in public.
He ain't pulling no gun. And then they showed several
We
guys.
had AK-47 back in the day with Utah, and we learned that his wife let him cheat once a year.
If she catch him twice, she gonna put that AK on.
Yeah, if she catch him twice, that AK coming out.
But this is the thing. He not pointing at the sideline, doing timeout. And then this thing, you got a history.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like we said a while ago about the NCAA.
Hey.
These teams play like that all the time, so they let them play like that.
Hey,
You've been acting a fool all the time, so we tired of you acting a fool.
Hey, you remember back in the Gap, that kid that used to fight all the time and got suspended like on sight? Hey, if he looked like he about to fight, he getting suspended. Versus that one kid that
Just
never
had one
fought,
fight.
had one fight, and he in class the next day. Hey, bro, when they figure out this is you and this is your MO, you gonna get criticized and judged a lot stronger and a lot stiffer, bro. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Ja, how many times we got to tell you, dog?
Tell you the same thing.
You like a hard-headed ass toddler, bro.
No,
How dumb do you gotta be, bro? You and guns can't be affiliated and associate with each other, bro.
Especially around the basketball.
You can't
game.
even do this, dog. You know what I'm saying? No handgun motions. You can't do nothing. You can't get a rubber band and pop it at somebody, bro. Like, relax, dog.
Yeah.
Relax, Ja. It ain't
Find you
cool about
another
that.
gesture.
Especially being in Memphis, bro, when all this stuff going on. Man, come on, dog.
Let me say it like this.
Come on, dog.
Ja,
Be a better example, bro.
You know the NFL.
Yeah.
They made that illegal. Wipe a N-word nose, cause that's what it means. Wipe an N-word nose. So, Ja, wipe their nose, man. Do something. Say you're too little.
Just keep
Do
balling,
too
bro.
little.
Just
But
keep
you can't-
balling, bro.
But you can't put a gun on them, man.
Go Barry Sanders, bro. Just ball on him, dog.
Yeah.
And don't do nothing.
Yeah,
just
don't
keep
do
balling, dog. That's what I love to see. Somebody just come out here and ball and don't even celebrate, dog, because they know they do that and they like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus all that extra, and then you losing in the game, bro. Ain't nobody.
Yeah,
Come on,
that
John.
don't
You
make
better than
sense.
that, bro. You better than that. We just want to see more from you, bro.
Oh, yeah. This ain't no criticism.
Especially in Memphis.
Man, we trying to encourage you, man. Do something different, man.
Especially in Memphis, where you got an opportunity in Memphis because they got an NBA basketball team. But the people coming to watch you, it ain't many jobs around there,
And this is
bro.
the thing, man.
It ain't too much opportunity around there, dog. So they taking your actions and mimicking that on the street. The Young Bucks, bro.
No,
like, relax.
No,
Come
Memphis
on,
already got a bad reputation.
That's what I'm saying.
They got a reputation for all this you doing.
Absolutely,
so,
bro.
Come on, man.
Relax, man. It ain't that cool, bro.
Memphis is one when you look up the worst cities for young black men to go.
Memphis
is
Tennessee,
the top 3 or 4
I'm telling you,
every
man.
year.
I got partners from Memphis, bro.
That won't go back.
When Juicy J came to Dallas, Texas, and called us Houston, and I interrupted his whole concert screaming out D-Town, and my boy Larry was with me throwing up Northside from Memphis, bro. Like, I understand Memphis, dog. I get Memphis, bro.
But you said Houston. We in Dallas.
We in Dallas, dog. You can't disrespect D-Town, so I'm going to interrupt your whole concert. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Until he corrected himself. Oh, my bad, Dallas, Texas, my fault. Yeah, absolutely your fault, boy.
Yeah.
You know where you are. Quit
Yeah.
playing with me, dog. I don't know about everybody in front of me and why they can't say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? But you're a human just like me, Juicy J. Same way we come in Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody can get it. The truth is the truth, dog.
Yeah. The truth what it is.
The truth is what that is, and we
And-
just here to
and
make
if you
sure
don't like the
everything is
truth,
straight.
You don't like life.
You know what I'm saying?
Cause life got more truth than do life.
Period. You love lies if you don't like the truth. You don't got real friends around you if you don't like the truth. Cause real friends gonna tell you the truth. All right?
Hey.
The fake friends is trying to take from you. Just go keep saying yes.
J.A. I ain't got many friends, but I tell my friends the truth.
Hey, it's too. Hey, that circle smile for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
For a reason, man. Come on, Ja, be better, bro. Do better, man. Speaking of fire, Mike Malone, Denver Nuggets.
Denver did like this to him, man.
I mean, they just won a
With 3
championship
games left.
a couple years ago.
Yeah, 2023, I think.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they got a long track record of just dominant. They ain't like Shaq. They ain't the most dominant ever in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Man, and then they fired a coach with 3 games left in the regular season, and then they say their general manager pretty much is fired because they're not going to retain him. So what is he going to do to help you?
They gonna come hire. They about to hire Alex English and try to get him in the Hall of Fame where he should be. Since he was the leading scorer of the '80s, but he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Alex English ain't in the Hall of Fame?
I don't believe so. He wasn't. He ain't on the 75th anniversary team.
Man, let me tell you something right now. Man, if Alex English ain't in the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame in basketball is worse than baseball.
No, it's not. I can't. Nothing worse than baseball. It might be worse than some other sport.
I mean, it ain't far behind.
Because baseball don't got the leading hits, leading home runs guy, and one of the best pitchers ever in Roger Clemens. Yeah,
you're right. Yeah. They next to baseball.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I apologize. See, this is the thing about me. When I'm wrong, I'll tell Jay in a minute you're right. You're right, called baseball. But
baseball got them good old boys running things.
Hall of Fame.
I know he went on the top 75th or whatever. I'm checking right now, Alex English.
I know he wasn't in the 50 greatest.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so he is. He was in 90. Okay, he got put in there in 97.
I mean, but still.
My bad.
Yeah. Okay.
But how you gonna be in the Hall of Fame and not in 50 greatest? In 75th? You know what I'm saying?
And you the leading scorer of a decade.
Leading scorer of a whole decade.
And you ain't got but the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then they did the 50 greatest in the 90s. You got 6 decades, and you let a whole decade, and you ain't won it.
We need to do a ring the bell on Alex English. Sound like
Yeah, man, there's so many people.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And then I'm going to tell you this here.
He led the decade. Jordan averaged 37 once in that decade. Alex English led the decade in score.
So do you know somebody else that played with him that need to be, that I don't think I rung the bell on? Fat Lever.
Fat Lever
was a walking triple-double, man.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Man.
So all these guys, man, they got, but anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Mike Malone.
We'll talk about that. Yeah. Gone.
Fired. Boy got Donald Trump. You're fired. Hey, they let him go. They said him and the GM, they let them both go. Said him and the GM didn't get along well. So they fired him with 3 games left in the season.
Was the GM there in 2022?
I'm not positive of that.
I got to find out if they was there together, you know.
And evidently the GM used to play for the Mavericks. I can't think of his name right now. He's a former player, though.
Oh, okay. I got to look that up.
But, 3 3 games left. Is Denver done? Oh, can we count them out?
I will with a new coach and a lame duck GM.
No GM.
I mean, pretty much no GM.
Yeah.
Because if you tell me that I ain't got but 3 games left and I'm gonna be fired next week, you can go to hell.
You know what I'm saying?
What you think I'm gonna do for you?
I ain't coming back, dog.
I'm gonna start looking for another job.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing right now?
I don't.
You may as well fire me today.
I don't understand.
Because you ain't getting nothing up out of this.
I
dog.
really don't understand some of this.
You know what I mean?
Going on, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I don't
On to the
understand what the
next one,
Nuggets
man. That's a hell
got
of a
going on over there, but can't call it. Ain't trying to call it, and that ain't what it is. But I'm thankful because I don't care about y'all. Yeah, you know, Joker's cool, but they say Joker is leading candidate to go to LA next year. By the way.
Oh no!
Ain't you a Lakers fan though?
Yeah, but I mean,
you don't want Joker and Luka? You know that? You know they boys. Them boys, hey, you know they homies. Now.
See, I'm gonna tell you like this: if Joker go to LA, LeBron gonna play 5 more years, man.
I'm telling you.
Cause now he ain't gotta do nothing.
He ain't gotta do nothing.
He ain't gotta do nothing. He ain't go Joker. He ain't go Luka. I mean, for real. I mean, he can facilitate. He can control the tempo. We know he can do that.
Yeah.
He ain't even got to worry about, man.
Oh, my gosh.
LeBron finna have 6,000 points.
Yeah.
If Joker go, I mean, because all he got to do is average 14 from now on out for 4 or 5 more years. He has 7,000 points.
Man, that's crazy. That is insane. And then also, more issues in Boston. You know, my boy didn't want to return home for years. Bill Russell did.
Oh, yeah.
How long did he? About 30 years or something like that? 40 years?
40-something, man.
40-something years before he went back to Boston.
He retired in 69. He didn't go back to 2000s.
Triple D. My boy Marcus Smart from the Fly Mound area returned to Boston this week.
But you know, it also, Robert Parrish took him a years ago. I don't even think Robert Parrish been back since he retired.
Oh, I believe it.
Because don't you know when Boston had the 20-year anniversary for the 1986 team?
He wasn't there.
Robert Parrish wasn't there.
Yeah, and then, you know, of course, you know, I always talk about Torrey Hunter having it in his contract that the only team he won't play for is the Boston Red Sox. Because of the people there, right? Racist as hell. Let's just call it for what it is. But this past week, Marcus Smart, one of the Boston Celtics' beloved champions, returned as a Washington Wizard. He got a great embrace from most of the crowd.
Wait a minute. Marcus Smart didn't win no championship in Boston?
Yeah, he did.
With who?
The Celtics.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. When they beat the Mavericks?
Marcus Smart won the championship in Boston. I believe. Didn't he? Am I wrong?
I think you're wrong. Because he wasn't on the team that beat the Mavericks.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, he was gone.
So
but I thought
the last championship they won was with Paul Pierce now.
Well, he may not have won the title.
No, I don't think Marcus Smart don't.
He was there for 13 years, I believe. Something
I
like
don't
that.
think he won no championship.
Okay, well, hey.
Unless he was on the bench with KG now.
Oh, good Lord. My bad, TikTok. My fault. I thought Marcus Smart won the title.
I mean, I'm just trying to remember the year.
I could be completely wrong.
Don't quote me on that, but I don't think he did.
Yeah, he didn't win a ring. That boy, appreciate it, nephew. I ain't even got to look it up. He did not win a ring. He did not win a ring.
Oh, okay.
Hey, well, he was just one of their guys.
They were close, but no.
And they love him. They love him so much that the crowd was like, "We want Marcus." They were chanting, "We want Marcus." At the game. But not everybody in the crowd.
Yeah.
There was a particular fan that got into it when Marcus was ready to go box this dude, and they escorted this gentleman out of the arena. Okay, Boston, clean it up. Okay, clean it up. We understand it's a village people, YMCA around that hole. It's a club, and we ain't invited, dog. But clean it up. You know what I'm saying? The players that get drafted by you don't have a choice. You feel me? You know what I mean? So, hey, when they return, bro, like, that's just bogus, man. That's that bogus Boston stuff, man.
Boston in too deep. They can't go back.
And I hate to say that I was a Boston Red Sox fan at one point, man, because I just love Manny Ramirez that much. It was my favorite. It was my guy. I had a Red Sox jersey. Had is the key word. Because as soon as he left, that jersey's out of there. I wish I still had it, though. It was clean. But had a little situation with Marcus Smart. Everything is cool. It was Another skirmish in the league.
Because he's from the Metroplex.
Absolutely. Flower Mound, baby.
Hey, man,
you
I know
recruited that young
everybody
man.
from the Metroplex, man.
Yeah, I'm with it. If you
with you,
D-Town, I'm with you, bro.
Because I'm a homer, man. I'm a homer all the way.
Homer, no Homer Simpson. Around this hoe. And y'all know what time it is, man. You know what time it is. Time for what? Ring the bell with Unc. Hey, we got a special one this week with that React Juice. Grandmama cousin, man. That boy was in them Converse. Kevin Johnson, man. Looking forward to this one.
Man, Kevin Johnson. Man, this is my Ring the Bell this week. Man, and I know a lot about Kevin Johnson. But what I did not know is that Kevin Johnson is not in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame.
That don't make no sense.
I could not believe that when I saw that he wasn't in the Hall of Fame. And I looked up his numbers. And see, this is what make me, and I ain't trying to bring up nobody, but I'm going to tell you like this. If Kevin Johnson is not in the Hall of Fame, Chris Paul don't need to go in there either.
Man.
They got the same numbers, man.
Yeah.
Kevin Johnson
I just hope we can win a game.
is a 3-time all. First off, he's 6'1", man. And if anybody seen that dunk that he spin,
I
and
thought he was like 6'3", 6'4".
no, he's 6'1".
That boy got them hops.
They got him listed at 6'1", coming out of Cal Berkeley.
Yes, same
That's
place
what-
as Jason Kidd.
Turned sideways and dunked on Elijah Wall.
Yeah.
That didn't happen too many times, especially from nobody no 6'1".
Yeah.
Say, man, so Kevin Johnson,
KJ, man.
man, he's a 3-time All-Star. He averaged 17.9 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, and 9.1 assists. He's a 3-time All-Star. He played 13 years. And all 13 of these years, when I looked it up, he went to Phoenix his second year or something and came back. I mean, he went to Cleveland and came back.
Did he? I don't remember him in Cleveland.
I don't either. I'm just telling you what I looked up on, but this is what I do know. Because all the stuff I just told you, I remember that off the top of my head. Came from Cal State, Berkeley, all that. But Kevin Johnson, 6'1", 185. He's a 3-time All-Star.
I could have swore KJ was taller than that with them hops he had. My boy had mad hops on.
Man, he's 6'1".
Elijah one ain't the only dude he dunked on.
No, that was just the most famous.
That boy used to get up.
Man, and
I thought he was 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, now 6'1". He a 3-time All-Star, and this might not be a lot to a lot of people, man. But this is the thing: he's a 4-time second-team All-NBA.
Yeah.
When you second-team All-NBA, that means you're in the top 4 guards, because first team only 2 guards.
Yeah.
So if so KJ,
there's no reason why he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. That's crazy.
He came to Phoenix.
My boy was
in 1987-88. He retired in 2000.
Hey, Kevin Johnson. I don't know if he played NBA Jam like I played NBA Jam on.
No, I didn't.
But KJ and Barkley wasn't or Dan Marley wasn't on the mess with on NBA Jam on.
No. I ain't never played all them games. I'm talking about no, I'm just being honest. I'm talking about real life.
Yeah.
I see KJ, man, like I say, he's a 4-time second-team All. So that means you're the top 4 guards in the NBA 4 times.
Yeah.
3-time All-Star. You average 17 points, 3.3 boards, well, 17.9. We'll round that to 18.
Yeah.
18 points a game.
Yep.
3.3 rebounds. 9.1 assists. Man, you're a 3-time All-Star. And when I saw KJ play, to me, excuse me, when they talking about 6'1" player, you talking about AI, you talking about Chris Paul.
Ain't no way AI 6'1".
Well, that's what they get.
AI by 5'11".
But anyway, you talking about AI, Tiny Archibald, Chris Paul, KJ, and
Kyrie?
a couple of...
Is Kyrie 6'1"?
Yeah, Kyrie 6'2", supposedly.
Yeah.
But they say 6'3", but Kyrie more like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
I mean, you talking about guys like this, and they always talk about the best small 6'1" guys, and they put Chris Paul in there. Chris Paul, to me, it's just my opinion, is not over Kevin Johnson.
If Kevin Johnson's not a Hall of Famer, Chris Paul absolutely is not a Hall of Famer.
Because
KJ at least got to the finals. He lost to Georgia.
Because this is Chris Paul numbers. 17.9, 3.3, 9.2. This is KJ number. 17.0. This Chris Paul number. 17.0, 4.4, and 9.2.
That's Kevin Johnson numbers right there.
No, that's Chris Paul number.
What's Kevin Johnson's number?
Kevin Johnson, 17.9.
Okay.
3.3 rebounds, 9.1 assists. Chris Paul numbers is 17.0 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 9.2 assists. That's the same thing. He averaging one more point, so that make up for that assist and that .1.
Kevin Johnson averaging one more point than Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Chris Paul's averaging one more board. Who gives a damn as a point guard getting rebounds?
And then .1 more
assists.
But then they want to talk about Chris Paul as one of the greatest small players ever. Come on, man. 6'1". Come on, man. Y'all got to go stop all this who's the best. And that's
another volume thing with Chris Paul. He's been playing for 90 years.
Yeah. He been playing a lot. Now, he got more points, but he didn't average more.
See, boys back in the day played
every game.
They played 82 games, so they played 13, 14 seasons.
Yeah.
Boys these days playing 60 games.
16,
17 games.
16, 17 seasons.
And play, man.
So that all average out, man. And I ain't trying to go in on Chris Paul, but this is about KJ. Man, this is the thing. There's a lot of these guys that don't get the credit that they deserve because of so many people are stuck on rings, man. Because you got a ring, that don't make you better.
It don't. A lot of people.
I'm
sorry, B.J. Armstrong's not better than Kevin Johnson.
Who?
B.J. Armstrong.
Oh, hell. Oh, excuse me. No, hell to the
Craig Hodges ain't better than Kevin Johnson.
No.
Steve Kerr.
Not better than Kevin Johnson, man. Come on. No. I don't even know if Tony Parker better than Craig.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just
Kevin Johnson was cold.
Say, man, now, this is what they don't talk about.
Yeah.
Tony Parker is
Kevin Johnson
way up there.
Tony Parker was a dog.
Tony Parker way up there. See, and that's why I hate for people to say
Tony Parker was Tim Duncan, Scottie Pippen. I say that much. I don't care about Manu.
Yeah.
If there was no Tony Parker there, Tim Duncan ain't winning them titles in San Antonio.
No.
Greg Popovich ain't getting talked about like he's getting talked about.
No, they say, and here I'll go again. And when I seen Tim Duncan play, Tim Duncan was good. But go look at Tim Duncan numbers and watch him play, and there's nothing about that says the greatest power forward ever.
I hated watching Tim Duncan play. Most boring
game. He only
game.
averaged 17 points a game. Go see how many foul forwards average more than that. I seen him play against KG. And do you know what I realized when he played against KG?
What's that?
He had better teammates than KG did.
That's it.
I seen him play against Rasheed Wallace. I seen he had better teammates than Rasheed Wallace. I'm just saying me. That's what I thought. This is just my opinion. So all these guys got all these, man, they got to get out of this ring stuff, man.
Play.
They got to get out of all this ring.
Yeah, they do. I hated watching Tim Duncan play. I couldn't stand it. It was boring as hell.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He was not marketable. Like
Go look at it. Go look at his points, rebounds, and assists per game.
It was like watching a Clear Eyes movie.
Yeah. It ain't nothing devastating about that. And when I seen him play against certain players, wasn't nothing devastating about his play.
For dry eyes, use clear eyes. Looking ass game.
But that's KG. And I was so surprised. KJ. And that's, man, I was so surprised.
Yeah, Ryan. I'm taking Tony Parker over Chris Paul too, bro.
Yeah.
All day, man. Tony Parker was with that what? Man, I might take J.J. Barrera in certain years. Over now, I will say this. New Orleans Hornets, Chris Paul, that was a different specimen right there.
Yeah. And
when he was on the Hornets.
And all he did at the Clippers was throw it up to Jordan and Griffin.
Blake Griffin,
He did throw it up, man.
Yeah, Lob City.
They were going to get it.
First round outer, first round outie city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't getting no wins about that thing, man.
KJ is that dude.
Yeah.
And say, man, put KJ in the Hall of Fame. Or else don't put no other point guards in there.
How is he not in the Hall of Fame, man?
I'm going to say it like this. After Russell Westbrook and Steph Curry, If KJ in there, don't put nobody else.
My boy had the react juice. Is Larry Johnson in the Hall of Fame?
Probably not, man.
Is he? I need to see that. I need to check that. I'm gonna
man.
look that up here in a
I
second.
mean, because all these guys.
They got something against these Johnsons.
Yeah.
Son
I don't
of
think
John.
Larry is, man.
That's
Because
wild.
Larry got, and then when you
He
look
should
up
be.
Kevin, guess what they say? Oh, well, he got his injuries and some
Bogus.
man.
Bogus.
He played 13 years, and go look at Phoenix in the early 90s. They wasn't even getting the playoffs. As soon as Kevin Johnson came, they went to the playoffs 13 straight times, man. I mean, he did have Dan Marley and Tom Chambers.
Thunder Dan. Who's Tom Chambers? That's how cold he was.
Oh, man, you better, man. I'm going to do, man. Don't sleep on Tom Chambers.
Tom Chambers ain't nobody.
Huh? Don't say that. Don't say that.
Tom Chambers, I wipe my booty with Tom Chambers every day in the bathroom.
I'm going to say it like
Toilet
that.
paper.
Tom Chambers probably average. Tom Chambers probably average more. Tom Chambers probably averages 20-something. And then Tom Chambers jumped back. Now, don't sleep on him. Please don't sleep on Tom Chambers, J.A. You just young.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on that. Please don't. I'm gonna ring the bell. I got to take up for Tom Chambers.
Who's Tom Chambers?
Okay.
Did he wear goggles?
Hey.
He sound like he wears goggles.
Hey, when I do the go look at all the players.
Retrospects.
Go look at all the players that jumped over somebody. Tom Chambers jumped over a dude and dog.
Did he?
Jumped over a dude. And he didn't do like LeBron. He didn't have to split his leg. He jumped over him. Okay.
Tom Chambers. Ain't heard that one.
See, that's what you young guy. Just cause you only heard of him, that don't mean he can't play.
He wasn't on the NBA Jam roster, so
Okay.
There's Thunder Dan, KJ, and Barkley.
Okay.
Tom Chambers.
I'm gonna ring the bell on Tom
Nobody.
Chambers next week. Jay, and in the meantime, I want Jay to go.
I want to know more about Alex English than Tom Chambers, because Tom Chambers
Alex English.
is not unusual to be loved by anyone. That's what Tom Chambers sounds like.
Make
to
you
me.
sound like, because you was young. You was young. That's what's wrong with you, Jordan fan. Y'all think it was just Jordan. It was a lot of people. Tom Chambers could play. Tom Chambers could play.
Who?
Yeah.
John.
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. J.A. don't even know who the Milwaukee Bucks best player was when they beat Michael Jordan 3-1.
Fat Lever.
No, Milwaukee Bucks
Oh,
in
the Bucks?
1985. Yeah.
Oh.
When they beat Jordan 3-1. And if I call his name, you know what J.A. going to do? Oh, he ain't nobody. Who? Sidney Moncrief. Concrete Moncrief.
I done heard the name, but that's it.
Okay, yeah, you heard his name because you don't know.
Because he ain't.
Okay. Okay. Go ask Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, is he shit? They'll tell you something different. Go ask them.
Hey, Sidney Moncrief. Moving on.
Yeah, hey.
On to the NFL. We got a few more topics to get through today, man. Real quick like, though. Real quick.
Real quick.
Ain't got to be too quick, but a little quick like. You know what I mean? Keep this thing rocking. Where we at? I don't even know what's going on right now.
Who we got.
I'm going to have to
It
make
ain't IMO, is it?
No, it ain't time for IMO. I got to make an adjustment. Oh, no, it's right. Where's it? There it is. There it is. Oh! On to the next. Let's go, man. NFL news.
Oh, my goodness. What we
We're
got?
going to hit you with that AI, that killer crossover, that Tim Hardaway. Which one you want? You like the AI or the Tim? Which one you like more? I think Tim Hardaway because he was the original. Killer crossover. As far as I know.
Yeah, as far as you know. But they were doing a crossover way for Tim Hardaway didn't make that up. He got it from somebody.
But he had the killer crossover there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what the media named it.
Yeah.
That's when they started getting all the. That's when ESPN and all them was a fake. Okay.
Thank you, Stu. Stuart Scott, that is. So, NFL news, man. Dallas Cowboys, man, they might have a future quarterback. No Cooper Rush here. No Trey Lance here. We brought in Joe Milton. Exact opposite of Dak Prescott. An actual athlete, but he's broke. Okay? We traded for Joe Milton from the New England Patriots. We're talking about a kid that can throw the football 80 yards. That's 2 times as far as Dak proved he could throw a football last year.
Okay.
All right? Got a cannon for an arm. They say he's pretty. I saw him, in his games that he played last year. He looked legitimate. Okay? Rolling out, making solid throws. accurate, right? But they also say that his accuracy might be an issue, okay? But what you think about that?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Michael Irvin was really excited about it.
Michael is excitable. We get excited about it.
He gets excited about anything not named Dak.
Hey, yeah, but I'm just saying like
I'm excited about anything not named
Joe
Dak.
Milton, I gotta wait and see, like I do everybody else.
We gonna see.
Did he start for New England last year?
Nope.
Okay, thank you.
But Drake May was their first round draft pick, and you know how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, we got 200 something million.
We say that because Trey Lance was the first round draft pick to the 49ers, and who's starting over there right now?
But
the last pick of the draft.
And this is the thing: we're not gonna pay Dak 40, 50 million to sit on the bench. That's what we ain't gonna do.
No.
So Joe Milton might can play, but we ain't gonna find out this year.
No, we won't. But he gonna learn the system. Dak is gonna hopefully Dak fakes another injury around week 9 and goes and sits his ass down in East Texas somewhere and gets out the screen. I don't want to see Dak play ever again. Okay? Dak retire. Retire early. Change the game, dog. You know what I'm saying? Retire, bro. Retire. Right now. Why not? Why not? Ain't gonna do you no good to play. You ain't gonna make no more money. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is collect checks.
Oh, he gonna make some more money. He gonna get some money after this contract.
No, not from Dallas.
No, I didn't say what. I said gonna get some more money. I didn't say where I gonna get it from.
It might be some hundreds and thousands. I don't know if he gonna get some more M's again. Dak is
he gonna get some M's. It won't be no 200. He gonna get some M's. Trust me.
Dak is waste management company #1.
Hey.
Is what I'm trying to
But
tell
see, Dak is the kind of person that Dak has the mentality that he'll take a backup role for 4 or 5 million and do this for another. I'm just telling you, Dak gonna make a lot of money because he's marketable. He's marketable.
Dak is trash on that field. That's all I gotta tell you, man. And I ain't gotta say much more than that.
Do you know how many people that trash on the court, the field, and all that made a bunch of money?
It's a lot.
Shit. Yeah, a lot of them.
It's a lot. But damn, hey, Dak can hit the jackpot.
Dak might be #1, but okay. But then we gonna move on.
He is the #1 bust. That boy, he a bigger bust than Kwame Brown. Just based off his paycheck. Rob, see you had a pro day. It was a hit. Dion showing these boys how to do things, man. This boy had GMs, owners. He had the whole team out there. Decision makers at Colorado. Colorado is real. They're going to be real next year, too. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, yeah, they got Caden Saunders.
Yeah, it was a big pro day for them boys, man. Travis Hunter went out there, ran routes, didn't do one back pedal, didn't play DB at all. He just showed the people what he could do at receiver because they all know he can play DB. Okay? We know he got crazy instincts and reacts on the DB side of the ball, but he also got beat by my boy from Stanford several times. Travis Hunter's that dude. Shiloh went out there and ran a 4.52. Didn't run that 4.4 that he wanted to run. Slow as hell. All right? We already knew that, though. Okay? Wasn't surprised there. Jimmy Horn ran a 4.3. Not as fast as I thought he'd run. He said he'd run a 4.2. Okay? Jimmy Horn, you got speed. Yeah.
I mean,
not impressed, homie.
Let me say it like this: all that stuff, 4.3, 4.2.
Can you catch the damn ball?
Is over friggin' rated.
Can you put that foot in the ground and get out a break?
You know, Antonio Brown. Every time I see Antonio Brown, he seemed like he's the fastest player when he got the ball in his hand.
Ever.
I mean, not ever, but he was the fastest player on the field.
Yeah.
Every time he got the ball, he ran a 4.48. That's about as fast as Shiloh.
Football speed versus
speed with the football in your hand.
Two different things.
And stuff is different, man. You know, all these, and then this the whole thing. A lot of guys run faster than they get. Because I'm going to tell you like this. I'm way better against people than I am out.
Yeah, no doubt.
Me personally, I haven't ever ran but 4.50.
Yeah.
But every time I ran, guys that ran 4.4 and 4.3, I beat them. In the 40.
Your best 40 was a 4.5?
4.5. When I ran by myself.
Yeah.
But the usual guys say, I ran a 4.38. Line up on the side of me, I beat his ass. I ran a 4.44. Line up on the side of him, I beat him. Because I ain't good against I
ran a 4.41 and you would not beat me.
I might not beat you in a 4.41. I bet you.
I was 14 years old. I was a sophomore.
That was a 40. But I bet you around 60 yards. Uncle's coming. You go to 100 meters. That might be different.
Hey, let's go run a 40 right now, dog.
Hey.
That's all that matters. Let's go run right now, dog.
I'm saying right now, hey, I don't think I'm going to give a 40. I don't think I'm going to put in a 40. Here's a 40. It was a 40 cal, not 40.
Hey, let's go run that 40. I'm holding that over your head.
All I'm saying, like
you know what I'm
this.
saying?
And this is the difference. This what people don't understand. I'm finna explain to some people right now. The difference between a 4.3 and a 4.5 is the first two steps.
Absolutely.
Now, if I'm at full speed and I run a 4.5 and you run a 4.35 and we 20 yards down the field and you 3 steps behind me,
I'm coming to get you.
No, you won't catch me. Because it's the first 2 steps.
Yeah.
It's the first 2. The difference between a 4.5 and a 4.35 is the first 2 or 3 steps.
Absolutely.
After that, they run the same speed.
Absolutely.
Jerry Rice ran a 4.6, never got caught in the NFL.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice, you can't go get no pictures. Deion ran behind Jerry Rice 60 yards.
Yeah.
He ran a 4.6. Deion ran a 4.2, let him tell it, and he didn't catch him.
But I ran a 6.3 at the same time in the 60.
Oh, yeah, right. I ran a 4.5, but I also ran a 6.4 in the 60.
See?
It did. Wait a minute. That's just 60. But then I ran a 10.2 in the 100 meters. What you run?
I ain't run no 10.2.
Okay, thank you. You ain't catching me.
I ain't run no 10.2.
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this.
I ain't do that
I'm going to tell you like this. I ran a 4.5. And anybody in the world, if you don't catch me in the first 2 steps, you ain't catching me.
Yeah.
You better catch me. Caught him.
Right now.
But if you let me get 10 yards, I don't give a damn if you run a 4.1. You ain't catching me because I run a 10.2.
Hey, what Deion say? How fast are you, Deion? Oh, I'm faster than the next man. I got next man speed.
Yeah.
That's what Deion say.
That's what Deion say. But I seen Deion catch one person. I seen him chase a lot of people. He didn't catch but one, Don BB.
Yeah.
I seen him catch John Taylor. Chase John Taylor wasn't fast. Jerry Rice. I seen him chase all them.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, we had some more topics in NFL, but we ain't getting to them today. Moving on. MLB news. If y'all didn't know it, the Texas Rangers are really good. Right now, it looks like a crash course for the Texas Rangers and the LA Dodgers, to me. Yeah. I think that's what it's going to end up being if guys stay healthy.
In the West.
Yeah, no, because Texas is in the AL and Dodgers in the NL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
AL, NL, I'm still.
Yeah.
They're both in the West, but they're in different.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
So I see they're on a crash course to the World Series. That's what I'm calling the Rangers and the Dodgers. Rangers rotation's too good. Their lineups is just ridiculous. Everybody knows about the Dodgers. Mookie Betts got sick, lost 20 pounds, came back and hit 2 bombs like it was nothing. All right, so Dodgers looking real good. They lost their first game of the season just a couple days ago. So I think Rangers have 2 losses on the season unless they lost last night, which I didn't see if they played, whether or not they played last night. But I think those 2 are on a crash course to play against each other, man. The Rangers are really tough. They got more arms, more talent in the minor leagues to come up later in the season. The Rangers going to be there at the end of the day is what I'm trying to tell you. And the LA Dodgers will as well. Vlad Guerrero Jr. Vladdy. I should have worn my Expos jersey. I'll wear it next week for you, though. My boy got a $500 million extension. $500 million. Hey, Shohei pitches and hits. Vlad just swung that thing, man. So Vlad got a $500 million extension, and guess what?
How many years?
14. 14 years.
That's still 30-something million a year.
That's good money.
14
I like
years?
it. Yes, sir. $500 million.
Might be 40-something
half a billion.
I mean, that just quick math. That might be about 41, 42 million. Man.
Half a billion. Half a billion.
Billion.
Goodness gracious. Rangers got 4 losses. Oh my gosh, they only got 4 losses now. Okay, so they lost 2 in a row then. They must have lost 2 in a row. They had 2 losses 2 days ago. All right. That's when they went up to Chicago. Before they went to Chicago, was playing in frigid weather. They had 2 losses, and they playing in snow and shit like that right now. So
yeah,
that ain't Texas weather. I tell you that right now.
No,
These boys playing
Texas.
Indoors around here. Okay. You go put them outside in some cold snow. Yeah, they gonna lose to the Cubs, man. That's what that is. It
is what that is.
All right, appreciate that, Trip. Let me go one more time. We're gonna get that beat. If you can hear me, if you can hear it, it's on. It's on. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? It's on. It's on.
So on the track.
So also, and since Vlad signed that $500 million extension, the MLB owners are now pushing for a salary cap in the MLB. Oh no! I don't think the union's going for that. Owners got too much already. I don't think the union's going for that. So,
But this is the
we'll see
thing.
if that happens.
Sports is the only place that you get to go to tell the owners you made this much. We want this much of it.
Absolutely.
Sports, you don't get to do that in the auto workers union. You don't get to do that at Walmart.
No.
You don't get to do that.
Not a place.
Say, man,
You tell the owners what to do and how much you gonna make.
Gotta realize, man, they got it good. Take advantage of what you got, but quit thinking you better than everybody else.
Yeah, man.
Because you play baseball, that don't make you better than other people.
Amen.
Because you play basketball, that don't make you better than other people. Because you play basketball. And this is one thing I love about Shaq. Shaq don't think he better than nobody else. He just know he fortunate.
And you know when athletes find out they ain't better than nobody?
When they quit playing.
When they ain't playing no more.
And you know what?
When their jersey ain't on their back no more.
Most of the time, when you quit playing, you worse than everything.
Absolutely.
Because your ass going broke.
You're going broke. You got these habits. You don't know about money. Hey, it's a bunch of, life.
I almost talked about that today, but we'll talk about something, man.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you in a little bit. But y'all know what time it is, man. We off that MLB trip. Hey, I wasn't going to talk about them torpedo bats. We'll save it for next week. You know what I mean? You got something to say. About it. Hey, man. Everybody's going to make adjustments. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It ain't going to make you better. Either you can hit or you can't. Period. Okay? A torpedo bat ain't going to make you a better hitter. All right? As soon as you start hitting that thing well, we're going to figure out, and they have figured it out already. Okay? Already. And it's a copycat league just like every other professional sports league. Torpedo bats, whatever. If you can hit, you can hit. Don't matter if you're swinging a damn broomstick. Okay? If you can hit, you can hit. Is all I got to tell you. Ask Barry Bonds, man. Hey, Greg Maddox told a story about Barry Bonds. He said he was the easiest dude to pitch to. Why? Because when it counted, you just walk him.
Yeah.
Other than that, you ain't getting him out. He said you got 27 outs in the game, and you're not getting him out.
Yeah, use him on somebody else.
And this is Greg Maddox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The most crafty pitcher ever that I can think of. A guy that didn't throw 100 miles an hour, but got outs. He'd throw 86 pitch game. Complete game. 86 pitches. Couldn't figure out Barry Bonds.
Oh, yeah. Greg Maddox was with the
Atlanta Braves. 31.
What's the pitcher with the Dodgers back in the day?
Venezuela or Hershiser?
Yeah. Hershiser was
he was a dog too.
Yeah, I mean, he was a crafty pitcher. He didn't weigh about 150-something pounds. Or Hershiser. I mean,
straight geek.
Hey, straight geek. Looked like a geek. Size of a geek.
But understood how to do strikes and yeah.
Nah, he was crafty too.
Understood how to pitch.
Yeah, he understood how to pitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just throw hard. He understood how to pitch.
How to pitch.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's what I was trying to say.
Greg Maddox might top out at 89.
Yeah.
But you getting 27 outs.
Too. He ain't throwing hard.
Yeah, at all. Game lasts 2 hours and 15 minutes with them dudes on the bump.
Throwing fast too.
Absolutely.
Get the ball. He ain't got to.
Right back on that bump.
All that looking around.
No.
Looking in the outfield.
Give me the rock. Right back to you.
Y'all ready? I'm ready.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this. It's some certain sports that I haven't just watched.
Yeah, but
But with his excellence, I'm looking.
And Hershiser was
excellence, man.
Absolutely,
man, the Dodgers had a lineup back in the day.
Yes, sir.
That was must-see TV.
Yeah.
That's how. Sometimes sports are so saturated now.
Yeah.
It might be must-see TV, but you're so saturated from listening to sports all day and all night, you be like,
Yeah, man. But hey, guys like that,
must-see TV.
Must-see TV. Must see. And there's a young kid in the Seattle Mariners organization that we talked about a couple years ago on the show. I don't know how to say his name. My boy out of Mississippi State University that threw right-handed and left-handed. Seattle Mariners are like, we've never seen anything like this. My boy takes pitches. He's got a 6-finger glove. We talked about him on the show a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
He got a 6-finger glove. During warm-ups in between innings, he'll throw one lefty, receive the ball from the catcher, change gloves on the hand, come from the right side.
That's why he had 6
Both
fingers.
of them mid-90s.
That's why he had 6 fingers so he could
Yes,
go on
sir.
the
So he can
side.
switch his hands. Hey, crazy. Y'all keep an eye for that kid, man. I'm gonna talk about him a little more as the season goes on. But hey, y'all keep an eye for that guy.
Yeah.
But y'all know what time it is. Hey, Trip. You gonna play that song one good time? Hey, it's your boy Trip. Yo, you know what it is?
That's your boy.
It's time for IMO. What you got for us this week?
You know, man, I wasn't going to talk about money.
Yeah.
I want to talk about something else.
What you want to talk about?
I'm talking about a little basketball, man.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Yep.
the way that we talk about Michael Jordan as fanboys, the way we talk about Michael Jordan as fanboys, and I'm including Stephen A. and whoever else in that fanboy situation, since Shaq called me one, that means that everybody won if Unc won.
MJ the truth.
But the way we talk about Michael Jordan is impacting how these young guys play basketball. Because this is what I think. All these young guys play hero ball because they want people to talk about them like they do Jordan. They want people to say, oh, Luka won. See, because when we talk about Jordan, we don't say Chicago. We say Michael won 6-0 in the final. We don't say the Chicago Bulls.
Yep.
We say, oh, Michael, and then we criticize LeBron James for making the right basketball play. Oh, Michael would have took it and just refused for his team to lose. Michael. So all these young guys, they want people to say, SGA won a championship. Halliburton won a championship. Luka won a championship. They want people to say they won a championship. So they playing hero ball.
Yeah.
And hero ball don't win championships.
No, sir.
Because when you see Phil Jackson say, Michael, who's open? Oh, Steve Kerr is open.
Scotty.
Pass it to Steve Kerr. And then Steve Kerr hit the shot. And then when Phil Jackson say, who's open? John Paxson. Pass it to him. He hit the shot. That's when Michael won championships.
Yeah.
But when he was trying to score 63 against Boston, he got swept. But we talk about Michael like Michael did this all by himself. So these young guys, when I see Oklahoma lose, it's because SGA didn't score 35. If SGA scored 35 or 40, Oklahoma win because SGA did his 40. But when SGA don't score 40, the other guys don't know how to step up because I ain't stepped up in 25, 30 games. Now you want me to step up? But that how we talk about Michael, this is just my opinion, that we talk about Michael like he won 6 championships, he did this, we don't say Chicago. So all these guys now play hero ball, SGA, Halliburton, Luka, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Giannis, Joker, all these guys play hero ball so they can say, Joker won 3 titles. Giannis won 3 titles. SGA, Halliburton, Luka, because everybody wants to be thought of in the realm of Michael Jordan. And that goes back to the talking heads of sports because every time I hear Michael is 6-0, and I'll be saying that's Chicago Bulls. Michael 6-0. Michael refused to lose in the final. Michael took the last shot, all that. But then when I go back to the 80s, none of that is true. So y'all need to learn how to play like Michael did in his latter years when he relied more on his teammates and less on himself. Because when you think that you can win the game by yourself, like Michael Jordan did in the 80s, you will lose the same way he did. But when he learned that I have to rely on my teammates and do all I can, plus them, we can win. So all you guys that's playing hero ball, and that's what I see. When I watch games, I see guys trying to play hero ball. I don't care if it's SGA, Halliburton, Luka, Jaylen Brown, or whoever, Kyrie Irving, they play hero ball. Play team ball, and you'll be more successful. That's just my opinion, and that comes from the talking heads talk like Michael Jordan did a lot by himself, which he did nothing by himself. He did it all with his teammates. When he got better teammates, that's when he won 6 titles. When he had lesser teammates, he got swept in the first. He got beat in the first round 4 times in the 80s. First round, second round, 1 time. All that's in the 80s, but we act like that's not on his resume. And I just want to say, like I did about Shaq, when you put the 6-0, and then you put Washington in there, and then you put the 4 first-round exits in the 80s and 1 second-round exit in the 80s, you put that on his resume and bring his grade point average down. So we got to quit acting like Michael did a lot by himself, and that'll help these younger generation guys quit trying to play hero ball. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Great opinion right there, huh? Because it's an epidemic out here.
Because you're not Michael.
Selfish.
First off, you ain't Michael. So quit trying to play like Michael.
You ain't Michael, man.
Yeah, so quit trying to play like Michael.
You ain't Michael. You are not Michael. And speaking of Michael, that's who my homo is going to be on.
Okay.
In my opinion, really my opinion right here.
Yeah. That's what I call IMO.
Michael Jordan's greatest trait is his competitivism. Is that a word? Competitiveness?
Competitiveness.
Okay.
But you can make it up, make it be ism. I mean,
Competitivism is the word I'm going to say.
Put that in the dictionary.
Webster, there you go.
Yeah, Webster made up a lot of words. You can too.
The difference between LeBron and Michael.
Leave LeBron
to me.
out there. Talk about Michael.
No. Can't leave LeBron out. Gotta talk about both of them at the same time. 10 finals appearances, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Weak East, absolutely. You know? Abso-freaking-lutely. Other than one other team, which was the Boston Celtics that LeBron had to go through to get there. Right? Detroit, I think he had to go through them. Is that right?
Right.
To get there? Maybe 2 teams. I get 2 teams we get credit for. All right. When LeBron beat those 2 teams. That's fine. LeBron is no Michael. And I'm saying LeBron because he got a Ken doll right now. He got a Barbie doll. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But this is focused on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was the greatest, in my opinion, competitor there ever was. And this is why he's so legendary. We saw his losses against Boston. Doing all he could. Boy, put up 63 in an L. Ain't that what happened?
Yeah, that was a L.
That's what happened.
Got swept.
We saw him shaking, baking Larry Bird, but took an L in that game. Michael Jordan averaged 37 points at one year in the 80s, didn't he?
Yeah.
No championship ring. Michael Jordan got his ass beat like the low man on the totem pole in the Blood Gang. Is that accurate? When he faced the Pistons, them bad boys, Bill Laimbeer, John Sally, Dennis Rodman, Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas,
Then the microwave.
Soft ass off the court. Off the court. He was hard on the court, but soft off the court. He probably scratched dudes on the court or some shit. I don't know. I don't know that much about Isaiah.
No, Isaiah from Chicago.
He from Chicago, yeah. He still scratching niggas. He was still kissing.
No, his mom and dad was.
He's from Chicago, but he's kissing Magic Johnson on the game. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh yeah, Magic kissed him too.
Yeah, they kissed each other. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Soft in undergarments. Michael Jordan was never soft in undergarments. Michael Jordan took that punishment and got better. There was no losses, there was lessons. Took those lessons and learned and grew. Got in that weight room, came back, faced that challenge, dominated for 6. I can't say straight. For 3 straight, left out, came back, lost 1 when he came back, then won 3 more. Okay, gotta say lost 1 because that's what happened, even though it was half a season. What I'm trying to tell you is, I don't see guys competing like Michael Jordan anymore. I see guys depending on the rest of their teammates. I see guys depending on the refs, complaining. Michael Jordan complained too. I don't think he complained to the level that these guys are doing. There's flopping taking place in this league now. Different league. I can't talk prior to Jordan. Okay? I can only talk about the area in which I grew up. I was born in 82. Jordan was drafted when?
84.
2 years old. I had the first pair of Jordans and the second and the third pair of Jordans. All right? As a kid, I didn't even know what I was wearing on my feet. I didn't even know Michael Jordan played basketball at that point, but I figured it out. What I'm trying to tell you is Michael Jordan went through the gauntlet. He went through the mess, man, and came back and defeated his nemesis, the Pistons, not the Celtics, the Pistons.
Not the Celtics.
Also beat the LA Lakers in the finals in 92, wasn't it? Or 91. One of the two. Might have been 90. What I'm trying to tell you is Jordan is that dude. He had Scotty. Yep. Had guys with him. Yep. Team had to get better. He couldn't do it by himself. Whoever has done it by themselves? Nobody in the NBA, including Michael Jordan. He needed a little bit of help. He got a little bit of help, got them dubs. Craig Hodges. Ain't nobody screaming his name. That was his three-point man at the time in his first championship. All right? We understand who John Paxson is because it played a major role in those next two, in that first three-peat. Just like Steve Kerr played a major role in those last three in that three-peat. Michael Jordan was a dog, man. Michael Jordan was 40 years old making the All-Star team as a Washington Wizard, leading his Washington Wizards team to the fifth seed into the playoffs. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. People talking about Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown, he ain't no bitch, as we've come to find out. Kwame Brown is a real nigga. Because boys don't want to test him in these streets.
They don't want none of that.
Hey, he said, biggest bus, boy, I made hundreds of millions how my bus. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, Kwame, on that. But on that court, wasn't nothing special to watch. It was all bad. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke, as a matter of fact. But what I'm trying to tell you is Michael Jordan was that dude, man. And this is why he's the GOAT, in my opinion. Lessons learned, came back and dominated. I understand Bill Russell. I didn't see him play, though, but I get it. Bill Russell's a GOAT as well, in my opinion. Kareem's a GOAT as well. Hey, man, you ever seen a GOAT by himself? You ever seen just one GOAT somewhere? You usually see a few GOATs together, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we got GOATs in this sport. Tom Brady's a GOAT by himself in the NFL.
No, he ain't.
Throw that out.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Seven titles. Seven Super Bowl championships.
I won't say nothing.
7.
Because that's your IMO. No,
But Mike is a GOAT.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
In the NBA. We saw the journey. That was reality. Michael Jordan was the first reality TV superstar we ever saw. All right? Came back. Battled. It wasn't given to him. He didn't have guys around him when he showed up. It was ugly for a minute there. Real ugly. Broken ankle or a broken foot in them twos, which is one of my favorite pair of Jordans. Took them L's, elbows, Jordan rules, whatever you want to call it. Losses to the Celtics, losses to the Pistons.
Losses to Milwaukee.
But he came back. But he came back and them nines hit. When that 90 hit on that calendar, Jordan was like, this is my time to shine. And he shined. Oh, so brightly. Brighter than any other star I've ever seen shine in the NBA. Shaq, Bird, Magic, Kareem. Jordan got 6. All of you, Kobe, you fall short.
Kareem don't. But anyway, that's another story. He got 6 too.
Kareem got 6?
Yeah,
I thought he had 5.
I got 6. No, I'm just...
I didn't mean to mention Kareem. Different day. Yeah. Boys wasn't as skilled when Kareem was playing.
That's what you say. But anyway, that's another story. Let me be quiet. This is IMO. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, sorry.
MJ is the truth. And always will be the truth like the Bible. Okay? Bible of basketball. It is Leviticus. Numbers. Jordan 23. You know what it is. King James can't separate himself. Even as Barbie got on Jordans. You feel me? Because he wants a touch of greatness. Because he's not great by himself. He's got longevity, but he's not got greatness. Jordan used to get drunk, smoke weed, hit cigars, drink hen, put up 50. LeBron's in a hyperbaric chamber, putting on ointment, drinking cucumber water, you know what I'm saying, and scoring 26. Okay. Different dude, different beast. It was a mentality. I have not seen a mentality like that since Jordan. And that's what my IMO is about. I ain't seen a dog in not one player like I saw in Jordan. Willingness and a refusal to lose. Okay. I ain't seen this since. And that's my IMO, man. Jordan is that dude. Why? Not only because of his production in them 6 rings. That boy had that don't. Boy had that eye of the tiger. I ain't seen that too much here recently from nobody else. Not a one person in the last 20 years have I seen the eye of the tiger. Even Kobe gave up on Phoenix. You remember when Kobe let the Phoenix beat him?
Wouldn't shoot.
He wouldn't shoot the rock, just like James Harden wouldn't shoot the rock in the fourth.
All that mama mentality and all that. What was it then? I don't understand.
Jordan had the eye of the tiger, and I ain't seen it since Jordan left. And I can't wait to see it again. And that's my opinion.
Great opinion.
That's all I got to say about that. Let me go and hit that. IMO for the day, baby. Let's go.
That's it. Hey, IMO.
Y'all know what it is, man. But hey, man, hope y'all appreciated the show and had a good time with us, man. We had a great time. Hope you sip something with us on this hump day. You know what I'm saying? Wednesday, get you over that hump one good time at work. You know, appreciate y'all tuning in. But hey, we will be back next week. We're going to figure it out. I'll be in BMO, Baltimore. Where them Ravens at?
No.
Hey, if you're in Baltimore, man, hit me in the inbox, man. Engine LLC at gmail.com. Tell me where to go eat something at, man. Where to kick it at, man. I'll be in your city next week, Tuesday through Saturday,
All
man.
I'm gonna say it like
it's going
this,
down.
J.A. Lay low in Baltimore.
Hey.
Baltimore ain't no.
I heard. I done heard.
Stay low. Stay downtown. I'm gonna say it like that.
Yeah.
Stay downtown.
I'm gonna ride on them scooters, huh?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna have my chains
downtown.
on.
Downtown. Hey, call Baltimore, Camden, New Jersey. Oh boy.
I'm gonna see if I can link up with Javante while I'm up there.
Yeah, go on, hook on with it.
I'm gonna see if I can get an interview with Javante Davis. Hey, Derek, I'm gonna hit you up. Link that thing up, man. Link it up for your boy, man. We're gonna get an exclusive interview. Hey, next week. We're gonna see what's good with it, man. See if I can use my resources to make some shit happen. Make it pop, make it, you know what I'm saying? I might go to some spots, make it clap.
Oh yeah, hey, Baltimore.
I'm sure they got some of that.
Baltimore got it going on. That's all I'm saying.
I thought it wasn't good up there. I thought it wasn't nothing up there in Baltimore. Now it's got it going on.
I mean,
talk about
Baltimore. Let me tell you like this here. It's always going on in the hood, man. The hood is always good, but it's the thing. Do you want to go to the hood?
Oh, I love the hood. I feel comfortable there, man.
Hell yeah, I feel good. Well, you know, when I was a little younger, he felt way more comfortable in the hood.
Yeah.
With age, I'm feeling leery.
I don't know about the youngsters. What's wrong with the youngsters?
Oh, that's another IMO.
What's wrong with the youngsters?
We gotta talk about that on a whole nother
Hey,
IMO.
man. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all tuning in today, man. We had a great time, man. Hope
Yeah,
you
we
enjoyed
did.
the show. We're going to go on and get off of this thing, but we will be back next week. We'll let y'all know how we're going to get down with the get downs because I'll be out of town. We're either going to do it Wednesday at noonish or Wednesday evening, but we're going to let y'all know. But it's going to be sometime next week on Wednesday or Thursday or Tuesday or something. But hey, we will see y'all sometime next week. Peace. Trip to Ghost in the building. Let's get it.